Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to SimTrax Broadcasting. We are back with the National Racing Association. I am so excited for you guys to be joining us here tonight as qualifying is underway. We are taking a quick peek here at Corey Harville in the 92 Toyota, getting ready to lay some laps down. Speaking of laying down, Stella, you are not going to be laying down on me here tonight, as there is going to be plenty of racing and plenty of action all over this track as we are here at Talladega with the Alabama Mile. So, you know a little bit about the Alabama gang and how these guys did, how well they did out here. Kind of talk to me a little bit about this track and what differs this track from all the others.
Well, I'll tell you, this track started out in 1968, so it came in right after the beginning of NASCAR. And initially, it was the Alabama International Speedway, but they changed it to Talladega much later in the scheme of things. But it's a 2.66 tri-oval with 33-degree banking on all the turns, and the tri-oval itself is at half that at 16.5. You've got a nice long pit road, and this place is probably the reason for restrictor plates.
Oof. Yeah, well, restrictor plates, these guys get over 200 miles an hour almost at all times. These next-gen cars have actually been slowed down a little bit here, and it's going to be very, very difficult for them to kind of work together and fight around each other to get their way out there. I'm interested to know what is the best time and when is really the angle that these guys can play here tonight to make sure they can get up toward the front and be fast. It's hard to do both, and definitely you're going to see a lot of that here tonight, as right now we are definitely dealing with a lot of trouble out there with everybody complaining of how the car setups are going, how this is kind of playing out, and how a few of these cars are getting shuffled around. Now, I don't know if Jacob Malone, who was really sitting on the top of the chart here in just a moment, he was kind of taking a quick little peek here to see if he could have something, going on out there on the track, and can he maintain his speed? I don't know if you remember a little bit about last week. Jacob Malone was one of the fastest guys out there on the track, and he just wasn't able to pull out the win, but he's going to be trying again here tonight, but this is anybody's race. Anybody has a chance to win this. Anybody has a chance to fly around this track and end up with some good timing out here, so we'll see how well this goes out there for some of our guys tonight, as this is going to be a huge race here, Stella. About another minute left here in qualifying when we get this going here in just a moment. I'm waiting to see as Josh Conover unseats Jacob Malone here, and we'll definitely poke on at that. Nora right now is having a heck of a time here. Right now I see Logan Monteith. He's kind of putting around here. Not quite sure what he's got going on.
Josh Conover's coming off of the only driver in the league so far to have 2 wins. Most everybody, everybody else, if they have a win, they only have 1. So right now he's also sitting on the top of the driver's standings. But Jacob Malone, like you said, I mean, he's coming off a 2nd place at Martinsville and a 3rd place at Texas. He's itching for that win too.
Yeah. A lot of guys are kind of getting, as you say, itching here. I've got over 30 drivers getting ready to go here. I've got at least a few of them with some times. I've got at least 27 with times. Slowest time is a 53.44 all the way in the back, all the way up to a 52.66 for our leader in the front. So we'll see how this kind of plays out here. And Stella, this should be, I'm hoping this is going to work out really well here as everybody gets lined up here for the grid behind the Chevy Silverado out there at the start-finish line. Now, Talladega's start-finish line is not on the dog leg. It is we're actually a little farther beyond, right, almost toward pit exit and beyond, where you almost see this green cone and it keeps going, and then the start-finish line is there. The last lap move is normally as the killer here, is what you see is the guys making the shot right there at the dog leg of the front stretch here, and then a lot of guys make some passes. Let's see if we can get our race information up here at Talladega with 108 degrees out there on the track. 13 miles an hour wind, that's going to be the tricky part. All right, 113, that's how many laps we have. Our stages will be at 36 and 72 and 4 sets of tires. Now, 60% fuel limit, Stella, we're still on the fence of whether these guys may have to pit or not. We saw a couple nights ago, guys with even at 100% were able to stretch it beyond 30, so I should be able to see these guys have to pit during a stage. We'll see if that 4 sets of tires is going to be where it comes into play. Of course, no fast repairs, not even at the super speedways, so they've got to be careful. If the big one happens, it could take out at least half the field here, and a lot of guys are going to be really upset, especially after as much time that they put in here. Me, of course, Patrick, your lead producer, and Stellar joining alongside me today. And guys, don't forget, they are looking for race control out here. If you go and come out here, make the calls, look at the shots, and definitely answer a few questions as to what in the world that caution came out for, definitely you can apply here with the National Oval Racing Association. Excellent job here by all our guys getting out here. You'll see some new faces, by the way, especially Derek Riley out there. He's going to see how well he can do, but a lot of familiar names you'll find here in the front. And speaking of which, let's go ahead and take a quick look at our starting grid here for tonight and see how this one is going to pan out for us to get this race underway. Josh Conover and Dustin Kaliba, they will be starting in the front row. Jacob Malone sits third next to Vincent Arthur, and talk about a great start here for Flatline Motorsports getting into the top 5. Tom Senchak will be 5th. Logan Monteith, great start for him, 6th spot for him. I don't want to call him out for possibly winning. I think I did that last time, and I don't think he made it past lap 1. So we'll see Logan Monteith with a wider view here, see if he can get on through. There's Derek Riley, while talking about him, 7th place, as he'll be starting next to Cameron Thompson, the number 2. A Discount Tires machine has been in a little bit of trouble the past few races here. Interesting to see he's able to get out there and start in 8th. He'll be out there in front of Ryan Ferraro and Kevin Gunther that start 9th and 10th. Cody Smith sitting 11th next to Thomas Walter. And that's going to do it for our front 6 rows. Moving on back, let's take a look at Max Foner and Aaron Krolick. Krolick having a slow qualifying, along with Ryan Bird and Tyler DeTalent. These guys are definitely going to be moving their way to the front, but I would probably say these guys are bunching up to work as a team. Cody Dorsey, Brady Moats. Boy, if I didn't butcher that about 3 more times. Dakota Hendrickson will be sitting in 19th, and Kyle Rochelle in the 27 machine will be in 20th. So they'll be fighting their way toward the front. Corey Harville in the NORA 92 will be 21st, and Matthew George, talk about the number 5 Powerade machine way back here. He's got a long way to go to fight up to get to the rest of his teammates. Moving on through, that brings us to Ryan Hanneman will be 23rd, and Justin Moody will be in that 24th position. We'll see how that fares for him as we continue to the last of them, where Jake Christenberry and Cody Height. Now, I've got to say, Cody Height, unusual start for him all the way back there, but he is back in the 84 Sunny D Chevrolet. He'll be out there in 26. Scott Kerberg, Ryan Patty will be 27th and 28th. Dakota Moniz will be 29th, and Blake Hoppy rounding out our top 30. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, Jacob Gladelick out there, 31st. He'll actually be our RC tonight, and he'll be running the pace car. Adam Kulikowski will be starting from pit, and Nick Geilis in the number 3 will be starting in the 33rd spot. Here we go, getting ready to get this one underway as we got 32 drivers on the track. Josh Conover waiting for Barney. He's got the signal, and away he goes to get our first start underway here at Talladega. Great race we're going to see here so far, 113. But watch Conover as he's got the outside line already getting down in front of Kaliba, and Vincent Arthur's going to give him a good push here from the outside. Now, Stella, we are still side by side. No single file yet as these guys are going to push on through, and we are looking at least another half a lap before we get up to full speed. 190 miles an hour as we come down the backstretch here. A little bit of wiggling, especially around the Logan Monteith area, and now he will lead the outside line with a little help from Cameron Thompson. 1, 2, and 3 sit Conover, Arthur, and Kaliba, waiting to see if the 69 machine of Jacob Malone can fire up to 4th, and Logan Monteith rounding out our top 5.
Yeah, I was watching Jacob Malone there, seesawing back and forth on Kaliba just as we got started, and gave me a little bit of nerves there. And I was curious to see whether Conover and Arthur would peel down, and they did come off that outside line and take the inside lane.
All right, Nick Geilis actually running the fastest time through 1 and 2 on that last lap. It was just barely at the beginning. Geilis has already picked up 5 spots, so he may be using a little bit of that inner energy of that number 3 Chevrolet and kind of channeling some of that energy to work his way to the front up to 27th. He already moves. That 6 position's already gained out there for Guileless at the moment. He's moving on through, fighting out there with Harville and Hoppy, but we do stick single file here, at least for the top 6 drivers, and they're going to kind of truck along for this race. So we'll stick back here with Kevin Gunther and Logan Monteith. Monteith not getting any help here on the outside. We've seen from many races that the outside line will be the faster lane, but they've got to bunch together, and the 57's got the clue. Thomas Walter, the rookie out there, he is giving a huge shove to Logan Monteith, and he's enjoying it right now. He's hoping to pick up some pace. Monteith's 7th position. He would love to get another shove for the vehicle right behind him, and I believe that should be, if I'm not mistaken, that should be Tyler DeTalent.
Yeah, but we just had somebody pop out right in front of him.
All right, looks like Tyler DeTalent rotating off the sour Skittles here tonight, and looks like he is on victory fuel, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, out there in the 29. So far, he's moved up to 10th. That moves the rest of the field a little farther back, as right now you can see a little switch up here by, I believe, I'm not mistaken, that is Brady Moats, who slid to the outside in the number 19 Chevrolet. So far, so good. Moats has gained 3, not too bad, but he is already marching back yet again. Once again, that high line. High line kind of failing a little bit here, as they've got to find a little more working together here, as this is definitely falling apart something fierce. Here they come down the backstretch for 3. 30 drivers getting going there, side by side, right around, heading into 3. Not every day you're able to find a league that is able to collect this many drivers out there on the track, and especially Talladega. It brings them out of the woodwork here. And Stella, I'm so glad to see how well these guys are doing out there. And let's talk about some of our big movers out there. Guileless now up 8, as well as Blake Hoppy. Hoppy's now up to 22nd now, and Guileless sits right behind him. That is the number 3 right we're looking at that we've been talking a little bit about here. And Stella, I talk about Guileless a little bit here because the number 3, Dale Earnhardt, was driving this exact same Chevrolet out there and everything, and kind of it seems to be that maybe a little super speedway luck might actually come Guileless's way, as he's been dealing with nothing but trouble. But check out this outside run here by that 40 machine. Now, I believe that is Dakota Hendrickson? Negative, that is
41.
Hanneman. That is our new driver out there. That's why I'm getting a little confused. At the 41 Hertz machine, he's getting on through, and if I'm not mistaken, that is our first Canadian out here.
Hey, cool. I think the furthest one away we had was Ukraine and one out of Australia.
Yes.
And I gave iRacing some kudos for that one.
Yep. Well, a little bit of change up for the lead. Looks like Vincent Arthur does slice in front. Outside line finally coming alive here. Tom Senchak, he's getting another shot at some front row racing. We've seen him kind of tumbling around the top 10 multiple times, and then always right toward the end, they kind of cut his legs out from under him, and he falls back to the back. Senchak looking to turn that around and continue his charge up to the front. But we are led by 2 Chevrolets, and Logan Monteith's Toyota breaks him up on the top 3.
Yeah, Kaliba's going to have to come in pretty tight and give Conover a bit of a push there, because they're falling back real quick.
Well, notice how that outside line is kind of deteriorated here. It doesn't seem like everybody is staying on board. One driver I kind of keep an eye on is Cody Smith out there in the number 20 Home Depot machine. He was actually on the inside line about 2 laps ago and changed his mind, rotated up to follow Brady Moats in the 19. And so far, Cody Smith has at least returned back to his original position. But Stella, notice how fidgety everybody's getting out there, and everybody's starting to get the itch. Somebody wants to slide past. Somebody wants to pick up pace. And right now, they're not happy about the 57 of Thomas Walter. Conover trying to make a lane here, and here comes trouble. Outside and now the inside lanes all shuffling around the number 48 that is in bad shape here. He's able to follow back in. Right now he'll be in front of Cameron Thompson as Conover goes from around the 4th position down outside the top 10. 13th is where he settles down, but he may continue losing here as everybody else is continuing the charge. Ones like DeTalent, Moats, and Dorsey gaining at least 12 here on the night, still charging. And Stella, we're only 8.5 laps in.
We are, and I'm happy to say we have had no caution so far, which is not good. A good start. A lot of times the guys have to get the squirrelies out of them in the first lap or 2, sometimes in the first turn. Woo, Senchak. But yeah, they're making some nice, clean passes here. Can't complain.
Well, so early into this race to be making the shifting here. Normally we see side by side, really about 13, 14 laps in single file, but we are still double stacked all the way to the back. This reminds you of the real NASCAR race is exactly what you want to see. Guys not giving any up any lanes here already, making a quick change here in the back. Notice the 48 at the edge of our screen.
Yes.
Takes the high line out from behind Malone here. He's going to use this gap, and he's going to start picking up the pace. Watch an eye is a little trouble as Vincent Arthur gets knocked, not one, not two, but at least three times here as he's getting hammered.
Yeah, Senchak says, I think you need to go down there. Really?
Holy
Surely.
cow. Well, I've got to admit, made it back into the pile without any trouble. We've already got a huge gaggle of cars here in the 93.
Woo.
Yeah, right now the 33 machine is actually marching back, and look at this. 3 wide here, at least coming down the dog leg. Holy cow, when you talk about really a gutsy move here as guys are moving around, now is a terrible time to blank out here. Hopefully we find Justin Moody. There he is. Ferraro gets in between. He takes a gutsy shot toward the inside, and he's able to slide on through. 55 needs to remain up toward the top.
Yes.
And yes, good clear here. And now, Stella, we've seen nothing but rash of crashes here at Talladega for things stupider than this, but this is fantastic. Right now, these guys are definitely not killing each other and giving each other plenty of room, but still making a good call.
Yeah, this is beautiful. This is racing, people. I mean, it doesn't get much better than that. 3 wide and slicing in, slicing out. It's exciting.
Finally getting back to the front. Jacob Malone now leads this race. I don't believe he's going to lead to the line as Cody Smith in the number 20, gaining his 10th position on the night. Leads lap number 10 to get 11 started, moving through. We are actually sitting on with Logan Monteith, looking forward at the group. Notice how we've got a driver still up toward the edge of the wall, if I'm not mistaken. That's still
5,
Moats.
George.
Yeah. Oh, see, even more trouble heading down this backstretch. Once again, you hear Monteith let off the gas. He's expecting the worst here as these guys are still shuffling around. It doesn't seem like anybody's willing to give up any room here. So let's take a look up toward the front where I see the battle for the lead. This is the top 5 that are clumped together, and they are closer than 15 thousandths of a second. So right now, still smashing on through Jacob Malone, Cameron Thompson, and Tyler DeTalent. DeTalent looking to see if he can lead his first lap here at Talladega, but he's following behind one of the fastest guys here in the league of Jacob Malone. 15 years old, not bad there, and he's trying to see. Come on, Jay, I see you out there in the chat. Power of the Beaver Nuggets out front as the number 69 rookie leads this race in the 69 Ford halfway through lap number 12.
Yeah, this is awesome. There's also still not many stragglers out of this giant field. I only see a couple, and we still see them in the screen. No telescopes needed.
Yeah, not yet. Almost a good ways off. Vincent Arthur, Tom Senchak, Dakota Moniz, and Scott Kerber off between 7.5 to 8 seconds off pace.
Yeah, well, that comes from going down and racing on the apron instead of up in the lanes.
Yeah. Now still seeing if they can slice on through. Cameron Thompson led lap here. Excellent job. Still side by side as we go here. Let's rotate on back. I want to see how Derek Riley's doing. Right now, Riley trying to see if he can fly on through. He's actually losing some positions here this race, but he's kind of you can't really point fingers here. It's a little bit of a seesaw maneuver. Guys forward, guys backwards, and it's kind of moving everywhere. Notice this run on the inside line. Jake Christenberry, I swear, it looks like he's got a rocket right now. Looks like he lets off the gas just a hair, and the 20 does pick that up. That of Cody Smith, but leading the race, Cameron Thompson, Jacob Malone, Jake Christenberry, Cody Smith, and Thomas Walter sitting 1 through 5. But that may change here in the next couple of laps. Couple of guys moving through. Right now I'm waiting to see when some of these other guys, like Dustin Kaliba, who's now all the way down to 13th, Brady Moats, who's now fought back up to 14th, and Conover checking out here all the way down in 20th.
Oh, wow. Didn't see that coming.
No. A couple of things happening out here. We're sitting along left front fender here of Josh Conover. You see everybody still slicing around, though. And it seems a little more calm on that inside line, as we saw most of our trouble was actually brewing from that lane. Some of these guys have actually been moving and trying to shuffle, take a different angle. but there's really nowhere to go on the inside line. You can't pass below the yellow, so there's really nowhere for these guys to go except the outside lane. But we saw a bunch of guys getting bumped out, moved down, and then they slice around. And just coming out of 2, halfway down the backstretch, we saw guys getting kicked out here. But right now, kicking out was Cody Smith, and he's looking to see if he can get a little more. He's going to give a shove here to Jacob Malone, who then leaves Cameron Thompson in the dust. He's going to run out of steam here. Woo, man, look at this. Here we go. Right now, that is Jake Christenberry getting a little squirrely here in the back. Holy cow. Yeah, 93 machine trying to hold on to it here. Give it to Cody Dorsey in the number 9. You can tell by the green 9 there on top. White and blue paint job, and he's going to continue through. Malone still leading this race out in front. He just captured it away from Cameron Thompson, who's now out of the top 5, falling down to 7th here. And something happened.
Yeah.
Right now, pit road is heating
wow.
up. Walter Krolick, Foner, Bird, Rochelle Ferraro. First clutch of cars, I got to admit, that is definitely some radioing up and some teamwork there. You do not want to come down pit by yourself. Notice Cody Dorsey. Ooh, a little wiggly there. Let's see if Smith decides to pick him up here. Smith will have a little bit of an advantage trying to push through. I think they're setting up for pit road here. Holy cow. Watch number 20 here. Cody Smith looks like no one radioed up and said, hey, Jake Christenberry's on the outside. He does give him a little more room, but right now this looks like ice skating out there by the number 20.
Yeah, this is amazing. Okay, but there they go. Okay, some more takers for pit road. They're going to need to slow it up.
Here we go. Brady Moats, Thompson, Conover, George, Geilis, Hanneman, and Cody Height. This may be a great call, actually, for Cody Height. Unfortunately, he has been just kind of bobbling around here in the back in the Sunny D machine. Kind of a poor performance last week by the substitute driver. Not really his fault per se, but just bad placement out there on the track got him in a boatload of trouble. And now they're going to head back to the drawing board. Cody Height gets back in the driver's seat, and back at it they go. Let's take a look. Tyler DeTalent is leading this race. He might be so excited, I don't think right now he's going to consider coming down pit. He wants to lead a lap here. Let's see if he can get through. He does have a driver sitting behind him of Kaliba and DeTalent. Boy, this might be a veteran call here. Definitely kind of ducking on off and coming down. Ryan Patty, Corey Harville, Logan Gunther, Blake Hoppy, and Logan Monteith are on their way down as well. I'm noticing that Vincent Arthur and Tom Senchak, these guys who ended up in some trouble earlier here in the race, are still remaining out there. This is Arthur, Senchak, Moniz, and Kerberg all the way here in the back. Right now they're 9th through 12th, but that won't be forever as these guys do have to come down pit. Right now, Stella, I would probably say Jacob Malone's strategy is based off what Dustin Kaliba is going to do here.
I believe you. Right now, I'm so up in the air as to the batches that are coming in and how this is going to affect their timing. There we go. Jacob Malone takes it to the pit.
Yeah, Malone actually following Kaliba, and right now the 93, I think that is of Christenberry. He's going to come down pit, but that's a penalty. That's a bad entry.
Yeah. Yeah, he's going to be spending some extra time, I assume.
Yep, he's going to be in there for a little while. Kaliba, Malone, Christenberry, Senchak, Arthur, Moniz, and Kerberg. They're coming on down. All right, so notice how we've got guys pitting between lap 15 and lap 19 here, and we stop at 36. So it's going to be pretty close here. Smith, Moody, and Riley sitting 1 through 3. We got 2 Toyotas up here in the front clutch here, Stella. Interesting to see that right now they're sitting about 31 seconds off the front nose of Kaliba. And Kaliba, if I'm not mistaken, has already got his way out of pit, just working up to speed by 197 miles an hour, and they'll get ready to go here. And the remainder on their way down pit. Smith, Riley, Moody, Dorsey, and Dakota Hendrickson. Hendrickson, unfortunately, staying out a little bit of trouble this race, just kind of letting the race come to him. Jay out there saying came in too hot. I'm hoping Jay's not saying Bucky's is a squirrel. You know better. Bucky's a beaver. Anyway. Thomas Walter.
I thought that was like squirrel. I got distracted.
Possibly. Everybody got pulled away looking to see who leads this lap. Smith should still be out there. Right now, it's Cody Smith trying to get up to speed, 150 miles an hour right now. Let's see if we can see the rest of the pile. There they go. Got to catch him, got to catch him, got to catch him. Yep, unable to catch the draft. They lose it.
Nope.
Let's take another look off the back here. This will be where he's going to fit in. So Smith will hang out around the Kralik area, so around 10th, 11th, 12th area.
There we go.
Yeah, right now Jay's saying you're right. I don't think Jay ever sides with me. All right. Let's get up from Brady Modes, Conover, Matthew George. Obviously, that was the right pit call. Remember I said Conover was tumbling back there in the 20s. Now we're back with the number 2 again, but second place instead. Continuing
He was in
on
22nd.
Yep. There's Christenberry. Remember, he came in on an illegal pit entry. That puts him a lap down now, as unfortunately 51 seconds they held him in the box.
Ouch.
Yep, so at least he had a 30-second pit stall time. That was awful. I hate seeing this for him. But fuel and go for Christenberry. He's trying to get caught back up or see if he can hold on here. Yeah, it's going to be extremely hard to get your laps back here at Talladega, but it is definitely possible. Notice Malone. I'd give it to him right now. Malone just got a huge shot there by Dustin Kaliba. Malone almost breaks loose a little bit there and tries to come back. He does hold on to it though, and Christenberry was actually able to hold on to this front pile. Separated by less than a half a second. Ryan Patty sitting 10th, all the way up to Brady Motes, who leads this race. See, these guys are clumped together pretty tight. And then we look back a good ways, actually, to find Aaron Kralik. Right now, Kralik is sitting back about 2.5 seconds before they can find these next clump of cars. And then beyond that, sits us with Cody Dorsey, another 3 seconds off that. So we've got a couple different piles of cars, Senchak, Arthur, and Blake Hoppy. This is a 1, 2, 3 mark. It should be Raymond Hanneman here in the 41 Chevrolet. Was doing pretty well there for a little bit. Got a good run on the first start. But unfortunately, he's been just trying to hold on to yourself. Yeah,
well, that's the way it happens out here. They will run hot and heavy, and then all of a sudden, they have their little tiny groups. If they can't join up together, they never see the end of them or the beginning of them.
Oh yeah. Now we take a little look here at our leaders here in the front. Right now that is Jacob Malone giving a push here to Brady Motes. Conover's on the outside. Waiting to see how they come up with a workaround of this lap traffic here.
Yes.
Notice how the inside line makes a move. Oh yeah, I love it. And Stella, this would be something you would agree with out there, as you say, hey, these guys are going to race where they're going to race, whether they're lap down or not. Definitely put the time in it and make it happen, but that is not going to be. Normally some guys do go all the way to the top or stay off the track, but Nick Geilis, not interested. He wants to be just like the Intimidator, and here he comes. Notice how he starts reeling in Jake Christenberry. Now, Nick Geilis has to get around Christenberry here if he wants to be the lucky dog next time by.
Oh, Christenberry's down too?
Yes.
Okay, yes, he does.
So our 2 lapped cars are actually going to be racing against each other inside the top 10.
Yes.
So that could be an interesting little ploy here. Look how Motes is getting pushed around. Something fierce right now. That is a hard shot. Our guys here in the front, we have caught up to the back pack here.
Oh, Conover just made a move.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought 16 was going to lose it on that hook, but maintained, and he's gone ahead and come down.
Yeah, look how everybody else is starting to reel them in, though. I want to rotate back to our second pile here. Notice where the Ryan Ferraro and Kralik area is. Kralik, Bird, and Ferraro sitting right now. That should be 12th, 13th, 14th. They are trying to work as hard as they can to get up to the front. So far, time-wise, they are losing time, but right now, the past few laps, they've been gaining, and they finally caught him here. So now we are clumped back together. They're got to be super happy about that. Right now, the talent bringing up the rear of that line. Here we go. Let's take a look for Cody Dorsey. He's all the way back here at the start-finish. So that may do it. Smith laying down the fastest time of his night, 48:13. Rotating his way on through. Remember, Stella, we stop at 36. That's 10 laps from now. Guys are going to have to consider whether they pit or not. I assume the answer would be no. The number 3 still trying to fight his way up to the front to get around Christenberry, but it looks like he knocks himself out here. He's going to have to tuck in behind Ferraro and try this one more time to see if he can get some buddies to get around Jake Christenberry for the lucky dog position.
Yeah, that buddies is the name of the game at Talladega.
Yeah. Oh, still sliding on through. We are going to get to our leaders, Malone and Conover. Once again, the battle between these two again. I've got to say, you know, we expected a lot of Vincent Arthur, a lot of Ryan Bird. I went to previous broadcasts from the National Oval Racing Association to things they were doing last season. This is completely different. We've got now at least 7 guys out here completely capable of winning any race, and I think a lot of these veterans out here are not used to that. But let's keep an eye here, Stella, right now. Talk me through this 3 wide here, where I see Cameron Thompson stuck in the center.
Yeah, he's stuck in the center, but I'm watching the 2 that just bolted to the outside that are going to take us. Let's see if they can catch a third person, but they are moving hot and heavy, catching up to Malone.
Yeah, top line there, trying to make something happen. Right now, I see a little bit of looseness as they shoot through the start-finish line here. Guys have been blasting their way around the track. Number 20 toward the top of Cody Smith loses a little bit of the draft as it looks like, I believe that is the 56 of Ryan Patty. He bailed out on Christenberry, starting to get a little bit of that draft. He'll go up there and give the number 20 a shove here. Right now, the 3 did make it past him. He's already caught up and through and trying to stay out in front of Christenberry. I love to see it. But let's talk about the lead. I want to talk about Jacob Malone, Matthew George, Josh Conover, and Dustin Kaleba. This is an excellent, right now, the quad here that they have in the front. Making up the last couple of spots is Brady Moats, Ryan Patty, Kyle Rochelle, and Cameron Thompson. Now, Thompson has led some laps here tonight in the number 2 Ford. A little unusual from most of his wreck outs. I believe he almost finished here, and this is still blasting on through. Lap 29 underway. We've seen 3 abreast, and we are keeping an eye out to see if these guys consider going 4 abreast. But no can do, as Jacob Malone loves leading this race, and out front he goes. Stella, if I'm not mistaken, he is almost one of the lap leaders here in this league. We just got to see this guy come away with a solid finish and not kind of fizzle out at the end.
Yeah, well, Talladega isn't always kind to the leaders as far as that goes. I mean, the drivers who have led the most laps in the last 5 races, they still haven't won. But right now, I'll tell you, George made a pop in there all of a sudden, and he's up. He's in 3rd. He was leading just for a few moments, but it looks like that the High Line is going to go ahead and take over again.
High Line will always be faster as the track starts to rubber up here. Guys are starting to collect with one another, moving through. I've got to say, right now, I'm looking at Kralik actually last in line here. I'm wondering if he's going to think about making a run, making a lane here, and trying to have something go his way. Kralik has been up front a lot lately and here in the past few weeks, but, well, once again, just like a couple of these other drivers, just wrong timing. Bad place, bad time, and ends up getting wrecked out. But Stella, talk to me a little bit about the rookie Max Foner. He's out here in the 59 Chevrolet, all the way from 14th to 19th. He is surrounded by Chevrolets, and he's actually kind of checking out a little bit here. He's actually rotating back.
Yeah, I don't know if he's checking out or if maybe he needs to, maybe he made an adjustment that wasn't so pleasing. But I'm sure he'll fix it up again as long as he can stay with this troop. Oh, except they just bugged out from in front of him.
Yeah. Well, that does create a little bit of a vacuum there. He'll be able to kind of suck up toward the back of Thomas Walter in the 57 Chevrolet. Tyler DeTalent has actually been on the rotation backwards down to 14th now. Hopefully we'll see DeTalent continue his charge forward. Ryan Ferraro sits 12th. And I'm waiting to see if Corey Harville, the 92 Toyota, if he's got a little something for us out there. Right now, Harville has been kind of doing a pretty decent job here. We ride shotgun with him now. He sits 9th, 12th positions gain total here on the night. as he is now up to 9th, 10th, actually 13 spots up to 8th now, and now he's continuing to roll through as he gets behind lapped car of the number 3 of Nick Giles.
Whoops. Yeah, but I'm looking at 3 wides. Yeah, Christenberry's up here trying to squeeze in on the outside line.
Yeah, excellent moves here. There's the split. Right now, that is going to be a huge push. Smith needs to let off the gas. He does. Good checkup, as right now Christenberry's just trying to hold on and keep that wall from biting him here. Great move here as these guys shoot down the front stretch. Dogleg engaged. Here they come. Out in front is Cody Height. The Sunny D machine is about to lead his first lap here. But no, not yet. Jacob Malone has him by about a fender. Still rolling through 1 and 2. We are still 3 wide a little bit here toward the back. Excellent job here by Christenberry holding on to it tight. But I know he wants to get back on the lead lap, and this ain't, I would say, it's probably ain't 100% way to do it, but he's going to try. This is great move here as great turns as Malone, Kaliba, and Ryan Patty finally get a break out front, but they stay to the outside. The discipline it takes for these guys not to peel off. But still, we've seen it again and again and again. Right now, Christenberry trying to use the door draft, but everyone's a little too loose for him to definitely feel actually any confidence leading next to somebody and not getting put into the wall.
Oh yeah, the door draft is the one that makes my hair curl. They get so tight, so close. The bump drafts is one thing, but that door draft is a whole different animal.
Well, somebody else who's thinking he's going to be able to do it is Ryan Bird. He's out there on the outside. So far, so good. Bird is sitting here. Look how close he is between him and the wall. Woo! There he is, right there, Christenberry. Christenberry just gets in, just makes it there. Quick switch up, Christenberry to the outside, and Ryan Bird takes his spot. Don't know if that's the good shot here, as we already see some nudging from Ryan Bird. I don't know if a quick little bump there from Moats, but it looks like some trouble's happening here. Big run right now here as he snugs up behind. That should be, if I'm not mistaken, it should be Kralik right there in front of him.
Okay. It's stacked up.
Yeah. So far, so good. Everybody kind of making it out alive on this one. Boy, there's definitely some pushing here. Cody Height, not bad. He gets almost close to the lead, but gets bumped back out. Fourth spot for him now. Check this out. Inside line. Good Lord, they're getting a run. Right now, that number 5 of Matthew George is getting ready to pick up the back end of his car and turn him into a wheelbarrow here if he doesn't figure it out. 84 dragging on through here, and right now, I don't know who to point fingers at. Matthew George is sliding around, getting him turned around here.
Yeah.
And look at the clump of cars behind. Guileless, 4 wide, baby.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're having
contact with Christenberry.
Oh.
Caution. Holy cow. That was the run for the stage.
I was going to say, I still don't know who won that stage. I think we're going to need a replay on that stage win because everybody split off, and I'm not sure if Malone kept the lead that he had at the time.
Yeah, may have peeled off. It didn't look like it was that close, so we'll take a look. Here comes the shot here toward the front. Nope, Kleba gets him.
Yep. So, stage 1, we have Kaliba, Malone, and...
Kleba, Malone, and Ryan Patty.
Patty? Okay.
Yeah, Ryan Patty made it all the way up there in the 56 Geico machine. Cody Height sat 4th, Matthew George is 5th. Cody Smith sits 6th, that moves us to Josh Conover, who settles for 7th. Cameron Thompson returns back to the 8th spot. Moats is 9th, and Kralik is 10th. I won't give it here to Ryan Patty. That is 25 positions gained from his original qualifying spot.
Yes.
That is huge. 2 Fords and a Toyota sitting 1, 2, and 3 as these guys get ready to head down into pit road. This should be... This should work out really well. I'm excited to see how this race is going to end. That was only stage 1. No cautions. Ryan. Nobody wrecked. We did have a little tumble up there with Vincent Arthur and Senchak.
Yeah, Ryan Patty actually had a no-qual penalty
What does that
that
say?
he had to.
Reserved for Employee of the Month?
Hmm. That's a pretty funny movie, actually. If anybody likes Dane Cook.
All right, who I want to find is I actually want to find to see if I can get a hold of Vincent Arthur here on the radio as soon as he finishes up with his pit stop. We'll see him get on out of there. I'm sure everybody's going to be 4 tires and fuel. Ryan Patty says no. Fuel only.
Ooh.
I believe Hanneman does as well. He may have only taken 1 set of tires or a side. 9.43.
Ooh, yeah, that's fast. Okay, curiosity. When you're coming in, can you already tell what percentage your tires are?
No.
Or do you only... Oh,
You
so
only
you
know
only
when
get
they
that...
come off the car.
Ah, okay. I had to know. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, Ken out there saying, nice moves, Dustin. Good job working with Malone. And that was a great move, great stop by a lot of these guys out there. I do want to see if I can find where in the world out there Vincent Arthur is. Pit Road.
Why?
Unknown. Right now I'm showing Vincent Arthur down there for about 1:10.
Ooh, that's more than a penalty.
Well, I'm wondering if he dealt with a little damage. Remember, he came toward that inside wall. There it is. See that left side?
Oh, wow.
There it is. Pulled out the right front.
From the door back.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Wow, wow, wow.
Well, our first caution tonight is the stage caution. That is awesome.
Yeah, not bad. As we take a little look here at the rest. Right now, Vincent Arthur's going to have to get out of pit here really quick. Or he's going to go a lap down. There he goes.
Zip.
All right. Obviously, the choose cone car here. Jacob Gladelick. There we go. It looks like everybody backed off the horn there.
Yeah, I was just looking to see how fast Arthur was going to have to come out to beat these guys, because they could only do 55 on the pit lane, but they're doing 70 out. And he got a pretty slow start.
All right, choose cone over with. We'll see if we can grab a hold of. See if I can grab a hold of Vincent Arthur here and talk a little bit about what happened out there. Vincent Arthur, you got a copy?
Oh, I do.
Hey, buddy, you got a chance to talk to us here for a little bit before we get back on the green?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. Talk to me a little bit about what bumped you out of that out of the spot back there with you and Senchak.
Yeah, it definitely wasn't ideal. Luckily, we didn't have too much damage, but it was just classic Talladega, bad bump. But it looks like we broke a toe link and had a little bit of aero damage, so I was able to get most of that fixed. Looks like the wheel's straight for most all intensive purposes, so I think we'll be all right. I think once we got grouped back together, we were able to put down some lap times that were competitive, so regardless, I think we'll be good once we get back in the draft here, so we'll have to see how it goes, but I don't think our day's over.
Yeah, taking a look at the repair that was done in pit road, right front got a huge helping that it needed to get fixed. You still got a little bit crunched up right underneath the safety net there to your driver's side. I think if you guys come down pit or if an unscheduled caution may be an idea to go ahead and straighten the last of it up. Vincent Arthur, man, we hope to see you fight your way back to the front. Unfortunately, 25 positions down, but man, oh man, this is Talladega. It can go anywhere from here.
Yeah, I'll definitely get the damage fixed. I think it's like 10 seconds left under the next yellow, but you know, we're not done for the day, so that's what's important.
All right, good luck, Vincent.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, back to go under green here in just a moment. Ryan Patty leading this race back under green. Drivers splitting off already, heading into turn number 1. Dustin Kleba, Malone, and Patty. 1, 2, 3, and looking to break that 3 up. Here comes Cody Smith and his Toyota. Outside line, but look how the inside line absolutely flaked here. Nobody there on the inside. That's going to leave Ryan Petty to himself dead in the water here. This is going to kill him. I've never seen the inside line give up. Cameron Thompson won't, though. He'll go ahead and snug in behind him, but that takes Petty from the front row down to 10th. Cameron Thompson sits 12th, pushing him through, and right now the 84 of Cody Height in his 84 Chevrolet sits 14th. They've got a lot of work to do to get back here to the front, but we are still already single file here for at least the top 10 drivers. Moody already getting through. He's sitting out there in the 33. Patty's going to see if he can put a little pressure on him, as Cameron Thompson does not look like he's going to demagnetize anytime soon off the back bumper here of Ryan Petty.
Yeah, that's good because, I mean, talk about heartbreak there. To go from 1st to 10th in a matter of a half a lap.
Yeah, Cody Height backing off a little bit here. I think they'd be able to make more headway if they could continue this run forward. 84 machine, not bad. Backing off the number 2 here. Check that out. There's another helper. Corey Harville down to the bottom. Now, Stella, remember, most of our guys are on new tires here, so everybody going to feel a little more tenacity out there. As right now, as we see Josh Conover out in front, he's going to lead this lap right in front of Matthew George. Whoa, bump out. Conover out of the race. Oh, there's the caution.
Yep. Oh, yeah?
No.
No? Why? You come down, you hit the wall, you come back up, you hit 3 cars, there should be a caution.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is exactly why we need race control here. No cautions thrown, as we see somebody else's bumper sitting here on the inside. Wrecks continue to happen up forward, as Conover got blasted to pieces. Looking to see how our driver did here, Vincent Arthur. He looks like he made it through. Ryan Ferraro ended up with some damage. Down pit road he is. Yeah, not quite sure what happened to Ferraro here. A lot of guys way off pace and a lot slower than the rest. Kerberg.
Oh.
Yep, front end missing on his. Dakota Moniz, let's check him out. Looks down pit road, he comes. Not sure if I see any broken toe links here. Something's wrong. That right front. Right front might be cocked on that thing a little bit. Something's not right. All right, let's get back up front as we saw something big happened here. To get this back underway, it definitely had a huge mix-up.
Yeah, I thought Kaliba was had lost control there for a minute, but he held on to it, and the next thing I know, Conover's flying out of the airspace.
Yeah, we're going to take a look back and see what happened here, and see if I can find what happened to Josh Conover. Boy, that's a terrible angle. Looking to see if I can see any kind of a... Oh, Brady Moats. Right there.
Uh-oh.
I think it actually starts with Brady Moats actually on the inside and it hooks him.
Definitely headed up
right
for
there.
a push.
Moats shoved to the inside, moves to the right.
Moats got a push at exactly the same time.
Yes.
From the 41. Okay.
Yeah, well, sometimes this is why guys kind of get an earful about pushing in different parts of that line. Yeah, I think this is the worst part, is Conover's actually able to save it right here, and the bumps get him.
Oh, I thought he came down and hit the wall, and that's why he came back up.
Yeah, there's Kerberg and Ferraro.
Oh. Well, iRacing is the one that chooses tonight, since we do not have RC, as to when the caution flags are thrown out. Oh, no.
Boy, look at Jacob Malone. You see how he's denting the bumper in?
Yes.
He has folded the front end of that bumper in, trying to get Kaliba moving just a little bit faster.
He just gave some braces to old Bucky there.
Mm-hmm. Well, he's going to need some after this. Matthew George finally getting into the lead. And... all right. I think we're going to lead a lap here, possibly. Just shoot on through. Yeah, Matthew George finally getting some time out front. This is looking pretty solid here, Stella. Only another tumble up again, but yet still no caution. Guys are heading down pit road to get some of that damage fixed. Conover, Kerberg, Moniz.
Ooh.
Right now, those guys came down. Ryan Farrar, our first gentleman that started this race, taking it back to the garage.
Patty looks like he's hanging out all by himself on the high line. On
Yeah.
a new high line. On a higher line.
Yeah, so it seems. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what got Kevin Gunther. Gunther and Hoppy way out here. Tom Senchak.
But Arthur is 24 seconds back.
Yeah, he's back here with Christenberry.
Yep. But at least Arthur is still on the lead lap. Christenberry and Guileless are not.
Right. Let's see how this kind of pans out. Matthew George, Cody Height, and Tyler DeTalent. Oh, yeah, here we go. Got here just in time. Raymond Hanneman. Welcome to NORA. Down the center, he's going to go. That shuffles him out of the top 10, down to 12th. Boy, you just see kind of one lane selection if somebody else decides not to help you.
Yes.
It just absolutely tears the race apart. Down to the bottom, drops the 20. Cody Smith taking a look toward the inside. Now he goes back to Kaliba. Malone lets him in. Let's see if they can continue their fight forward. Now, I do want to kind of mention that Jacob Malone is still racing here by himself. Joey Stats has yet to return for Beer Money Racing to help to help Jacob Malone out. We talked a little bit about it last week about Jacob Malone not having any other teammates out here, you know. So it's very hard for for Jacob Malone to have any help out here when there's nobody to radio up to. Hey guys, let's go to the high line. I mean, he's got nobody. He's out there by himself. So
Yeah.
you know, when you're
I
kind of
thought he
having
was
to
supposed
navigate. Go ahead.
I thought he was supposed to hop in with Conover and with Flatline, you know, until he had his race partner back, especially on these. But he is going it alone, like you said.
Yeah. Now, it doesn't seem like it's going to be boy. Doesn't seem like it's going to be exactly the right position for him here to get on through. Yeah, looking to
It's
see
early.
if the 92, Corey Harville, I believe he's in a Coors Light machine, on the outside line with Kyle Rochelle to the inside. All drivers here in the top 7 have gained at least 11 positions here on the night.
And
That
here's a
means-
name we haven't said for a while, Phoner, number 59.
Ooh, yeah. Looking to see the car just got knocked out here. If I'm not mistaken, that was Dakota Moniz returning back to the race here. That was high line racing, so everybody took the bottom, which is completely acceptable. Takes the high line, and now we'll try to catch up, grab a hold of the back there of Cameron Thompson, who's in 18th, and fight his way back to the front. Still side by side here. And normally we saw last stage, about 15 laps in, guys started spreading 3-4 wide, trying to make some passes before pit road entries.
Agreed. Yeah, and your Moniz, I believe, is 6 laps down.
Yes, fixing as much damage as he could,
Yeah.
and getting back out there, as well as Josh Conover.
Yeah.
These
he's
guys
down.
would have
He's
to
up
rally
already.
cap all the way to the end for maybe a slew of cautions that may happen in the final stage.
We have seen, we've seen some of that.
Yeah.
Guys that were like 5 laps down, 6 laps down, ending up. But the kicker with that is by the time you're 6 or 7 laps down, the odds of somebody having fewer laps down and getting your lucky dog is a lot better.
Yeah, I do want to point out that Tyler DeTalent has the lead. He'll be leading lap number 50 at the line. Corey Harville, Dustin Kaliba, Aaron Krolick, and Cody Smith finish out the rest of our top 5 here. Notice how Krolick is down on the bottom, leading the inside line, waiting to see if the 59 machine of Max Foner sitting behind him is going to start shoving here. I do
Well,
feel
his
that the outside line is going to consider making a switch up here. The talent is pretty fast out there. He's not causing any problems. But I think somebody's going to want to do a little something there. Here comes Kralik.
Oh, I was gonna say, John, root faster, root faster. Yeah,
Oh.
Kralik got Foner doing a nice job of pushing to get him up in that first position.
Yep, which he's going to go ahead and get on through. Lead this lap. Nope, DeTalent across the way. Not bad here by Tyler DeTalent racing on that outside line, showing that the outside line is superb. Continuing through, it is working out for him. And yes, 1, 2, can he get the third guy through? Oh yeah, use a little bit of that lap traffic to your advantage. Nick Gillis down to the bottom. Gillis checks out, making sure he stays out of the way here. Not bad choice. I like the way he thinks. Now let's keep an eye here. Is right now Cody Smith in the 20. Yep, in the 20, down on the bottom, is looking to see if he can make a pass here. But Aaron Kralik has actually backed off a little bit. I wonder if he feels a little beside himself. The 20 is now cut in front of him after Kralik battled up almost 7 positions with only really by himself and Foner.
It could be, but as long as you're moving forward, I think that's what you got to keep working. We're at lap 53 of 113. He didn't cut you off on 112.
Yeah, so far so good. Outside line still hanging on here. I like seeing how Tyler DeTalent is trying to separate himself from the inside line. As he goes to the outside, everybody else follows along like a little snake game that you had on your old Nokia phone. But that is exactly what you see here, is as he pulls away to the high line, that is ruining any chance of any guys door drafting on the bottom. I guarantee if we saw some of the bottom line move to the top or toward the middle, they're going to be the middle.
I'm still dealing with the snake on the old Nokia phone. How old are you?
Yeah, enough where texting had to be typed by clicking the button multiple times to come up with a letter. All right, right now they're hoping for a block. I would probably say John DeTalent out there saying for a block. Buddy, we were way too early in this race to be blocking there, mate. Now, if we were 4 to go, absolutely. He's got to start swerving like he's Ryan Newman, making sure nobody gets around him. But early into this race, you're going to see DeTalent probably drop off here. He may drop back down to 8th, and
we have pit road people.
Yeah, fire his way back up.
In.
Boy, look at that. That leaves Cody Smith out here by himself. Here we go. I got draft and you don't. Outside line. Yes. Tyler DeTalent, Harville, and Kleba. Kleba's been helped a lot tonight by Jacob Malone. Ken out there in the chat notices that. Oh! Jacob Malone, hold on. Swerving all over the track. Gets some kind of loose there. Good job there by Jacob Malone wrangling it in. Oh, it looked like there was some trouble there. Harville and DeTalent may have made contact.
Say it so.
Here you go, Stella. The front 3 are all Toyotas. DeTalent, Harville, and Kleba. 2 of them are rookies here. Out in front, but here comes Kleba Malone. DeTalent makes a block to the outside. He's going to learn today. Right now, Kleba's getting ready to rearrange him. Cut it in front of me, now slicing down toward the bottom. Look at this. Tyler DeTalent not letting anybody by.
And Malone is hung out. There he goes. He got in in front of Smith.
All right, we're going to stay here with Tyler DeTalent. He is blocking here on the track. Apparently, he is not interested in letting anybody by here. Remember, he does need to pit. Last time he was down pit road was back on lap 36, 20 laps ago. So some of these guys are coming down pit, Moats and George, so we're talking about at least 14th on back as pit.
Ooh, okay.
Yep. Yeah, right now let's see if any more peel off here. Tyler DeTalent drops it off the table below the yellow line. He must have raced officials this week as the more preferred line if you want to slide down toward the bottom.
Yeah, he's looking good.
Yeah, Jay out there is saying, no, the centipede.
Oh. Yeah, different set of legs. But John's out there getting the eyeball from his wife because he's jumping up and down. I can see it now. Go!
Yeah, not bad here by Tyler DeTalon, gaining 15 positions here on the night. Not too bad. Hard charger of Ryan Patty. He's up 22. DeTalon. Oh, does he have enough speed? Is he going to be too fast? Oh, terrible angle.
Okay, made the turn. That's what I was worried about. He had so much speed going.
Yeah, Kaliba was down there on the bottom, and as soon as he saw him peel away from him, oh, DeTalon just missed his box a little bit. And missed it by his and didn't make it all the way in, so we'll see how he does. Fuel and go for DeTalon. Kaliba was the one behind him. Can he catch up? Now Kaliba will be able to sidestep it and go. Still at a reduced speed is going to be Tyler DeTalon. Here he goes. Now he's going to have to play chase.
Yeah, and that's a long distance. If he can get up to speed, maybe he can collect some of these other fellas.
Yeah, but he's got nobody else around him here. He'd have to try to clump with these two coming up right now. He's got a lot more speed than he does.
Yes, they do.
All right, here they come from behind. Let's see if he is getting up to speed, though. I got to admit, Tyler DeTalon got to the floor 180 miles an hour, but that's not going to do it. That's Cody Dorsey. They're going to stick with him. So DeTalon may have a chance of catching back up to this pile. They know 3 makes it happen. And they said, all right, before the pile behind them catches up, it's going to be a problem. All right, Blake Hoppy, he's working his way out of pit now. And if I was going to say, I think everybody has pit. Ryan Patty, Dakota Hendrickson, and Kevin Gunther have yet to pit. They should be coming this time around. We're going to be out of fuel. Patty, no.
Yeah, no.
Patty continuing. Hendrickson may have just sealed his fate here for this stage, seeing that he came in by himself. Kevin Gunther way behind.
Didn't we see him do this once before? Oh, I'm sorry. This picture's upside down. Caught me off guard. Maybe he thinks he's in the land down under.
Yeah, Ryan Patty has done this before. He has squeaked it out. Kaliba got us last week.
Yeah.
But this is Dega. He needs the draft. And right now he's going to have nobody. And if you kind of take a look at the tower there, Stella, look how fast Kralik is catching him. And now we're slowing down. So it's boy, that's going to be close.
Yeah. Well, no locking him up. Oh, he's okay. He's got a last in line looking pit stall.
Yep. Well, bad qualifying time. Sets him way back. All right, Aaron Kralik now into the lead. Ryan Bird and Max Foner, 1, 2, and 3. Excellent pit stops for all those guys. Right now I'm showing Aaron Kralik and Ryan Bird less than 8 seconds in the box. They were super fast during that pit stop. Some guys who were able to match that kind of time was Dustin Kaliba and Brady Moats. But if I'm not mistaken, I believe they are off by at least a second here. But a huge clump of cars. They're going to have the advantage here. All right, now you got to look for your anchor of Cody Height to start giving a shove here. And as soon as he does, they're going to really be on a roll.
Yeah, I'm happy to see no blinking tonight, for the most part.
Yeah, I believe the only blinker we had was Justin Moody in the number 33 Toyota. Kind of kicked out a little bit, but he looks like he settled that down and everything's square. He may have fixed that during his last pit stop.
Excellent.
Yeah,
all right.
Moats out there looking like he's ice skating again. Hopefully he's able to kind of smooth this thing out a little bit. I know he's trying to push something fierce here on the back of Dustin Kleba. These two are still trying to play catch up here, but they are cutting down about 0.2 per lap. Right now, sitting ducks will be Krolick, Bird, and Phone. They're going to catch a little bit of lap traffic here. Here they come. Almost less than a second now, catching the leaders.
Boy, they are making great time.
Yeah, you see most fades off just a hair here. Needs to reel him in. That doesn't help that they used a little bit of draft there. That should be Kristen Berry up top.
Who is coming in and taking advantage of
Well,
the first three cars.
This actually opens up the door here for Kleba and Moats. Take a look as we're riding with Moats still.
Outside.
Yep.
Yes.
Well, this opened the gap. Now he wasn't having to make up as much. He was half a second ahead of him, and now they've got a huge run, and they're able to slingshot off the back of Christenberry. And now they're going to start battling for the lead here in the front. Excellent job here to kind of clump everybody back together. This is the top 8 drivers all together. Cody Smith and company sit back about 5 seconds off of this. Cameron Thompson, Jacob Malone, Tyler DeTalent, and then we look back here for Dorsey and the rest. If these guys could clump together almost too wide, they could shoot down the backstretch at unreasonable speeds. Take a look. Kleba, Moats out on the outside. That's what they were looking for. Matthew George and Cody Height are going to follow along too. So this just goes to show you power in numbers is exactly what you see.
And take a look at DeTalent in the 29 is now in 9th place. He has recouped everything.
Yeah, Tyler DeTalent trying to reel back in. He is sitting all the way back here, though, still in the turn. Trying to make up a little more ground. Right now, DeTalent is sitting off almost 6.5 seconds off the rest of the field. These guys need to start working here in the back if they do want to catch him. Lap 72 is going to be our stage break. Will we have another 3 to 4 wide condition heading to the line?
Might be, and he might be in the catbird seat if all the wildness happens in this front clump.
Yeah, it's definitely a possibility. I would say there's a lot of strong and knowledgeable drivers here in the front. So one of these things, if there is something happening up front, they may be able to pull out of it. We've seen Vincent Arthur get kicked out of the side. Not too bad. He was able to recover, but Conover unable to recover on his as he went back up the track, hitting those bumps down off on the apron, and that just caused him to sling back up the track, unfortunately. You saw him trying to accelerate and get it turned, and then once he got it turned, straightened out, he locks up the brakes, and it's just too late. Up the track he went, and no caution was called.
Very surprising on that. But it is not the first time we've seen it, so we just kind of have to, it's the old term, grin and bear it.
Yeah. Now, Conover would have appreciated being able to get a less than an 8-minute repair.
Yeah.
When he got out there. So now he's revisited back down pit road fuel and go for him. And I've only got right now 23 drivers here on the lead lap. Vincent Arthur, the next one to possibly be in some trouble here.
Yes.
Of going a lap down. Take a look off the back. Those should be the leaders there. You see them coming across the front. They are crossing there at the line. Yep. Well, can he hold them off? He's got to hold them off about 5 laps. Kleba is out front, though. Harville and Moats sit second and third. Looking to see if I can check on some of my times here. If Vincent Arthur's in trouble. Last lap he had a 50.64. These guys are running at 49.5.
He's got trouble.
Yep, they're making up about 1 second on him per lap. And he's already 45 seconds off pace. Best time is sitting around that 49-47 mark. So Arthur's got to have the hammer down here if he wants to stay on the lead lap. Continuous pit stops. He would love to get this thing fixed up and get back into the front for the final stage.
Tell you though, he said he had a broken toe link. We've seen broken toe links though take 8 minutes to fix as you know, an average. How has he managed to even keep up?
Yeah, I don't think a broken toe link, but one that's damaged enough to pop the steering wheel on his car. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, there's no way you fix a toe link and you're back out on the track without going a lap down. There's a minimum of 8 minutes on a broken toe link.
Okay. Hey, see? I've been listening.
All righty. Yep, right now we're going to have a battle here between Kaliba and Kralik. These guys continue to scurry away. That is Vincent Arthur out there that they are trying to catch, but we'll keep an eye. I think he's going to be able to stay away for 3 more laps. He's trying his best. Kralik is trying to reach out there and get him, but Max Foner, not bad here. But I almost call him the man with no name here. We never talk about Max Foner, but we will now as he sits in the top 3. Not bad here by the 59 Chevrolet. He's had all the opportunities here tonight, and we saw him actually lay off the race. He's actually hung back, but he battles back to the front again. And once again, Stella, we're noticing Matthew George in the areas here. There's some problems kind of brewing, and somebody wants to make a move.
Yeah, but not east-west. We've got to keep going north-south. That was some scary squirrelies right there.
In the grand scheme of things, what happens is if you get a guy 3rd, 4th, 5th in line, and your line is starting to stall out, you can feel the speed, you can feel the power, you're giving a push, but the guy in front of you is not pushing too. Right now, Corey Harville there on the outside. I think they're thinking that Harville could probably push harder. So George is now starting to rear-end Harville here to make him move, to get up there closer to Kaliba. But right now, Harville is not making contact with Kaliba to get them out front. So you get the guys middle of the pack that are undisciplined or have a lot less patience are going to start pushing. And they're going to get tired of it, either make their own lane or they're going to start pushing this lane, and that's when mistakes happen. Lap 71 underway right now. It couldn't come at a worse time for Vincent Arthur. This is him with Josh Conover sitting behind him. Yeah, pretty unfortunate
they shouldn't
here.
block anybody, right?
Yeah, they shouldn't. Pretty unfortunate here. Right now, let's see how these lines squiggle. Moving through, Kralik was able to squeeze out. Looks like Tyler DeTalon is coming down pit road already.
Oh.
No, it's a little bit offset there, but Kralik, quick move. Kralik!
Oh. Good. He held on to that.
Kaliba lets off. I guarantee you he would like to be dragging that left foot on the brake instead. And this is Vincent Arthur making a block.
Yes, he is.
That dude does not want to go a lap down. 3 wide here. Conover down toward the bottom.
Oh.
Up in the wall, and Vincent Arthur does not go a lap down. Let me tell you right now, that was planned.
All right.
Now these two, Vincent Arthur and Josh Conover, teammates for Flatline Motorsports.
Yes.
And they figured out how to make enough room and block it off enough to keep Vincent Arthur from going a lap down. And I'll tell you what, he's going to owe him one here if Vincent Arthur can come away with a podium position here in the final stage. But we'll get to our guys in the lead, and we will give it to Aaron Kralik for leading that stage. He got it. Max Foner came 2nd. Ryan Bird is 3rd. Showing Dustin Kleba 4th. Corey Harville is 5th. So I'm interested to see Kleba so far back.
You thought I was joking when I said, and then all they have to do now is block.
Yeah. I would probably say Kleba should be in the 2nd spot behind Kralik. Yeah, and he is. There they are. Let's see the shot here right at the end.
Here we go. Wow.
Yeah, that's how fast they're doing. This is over 200 miles an hour when they get to this point.
Okay, thank you. Yep.
All right, Kralik, Arthur. Man, what a race. Max Foner on the inside. And that was George we saw collecting up the wall there in the back.
Yes. He's had a bit of that tonight. All right, looks like everybody went down pit road unless you see one.
Yep, everybody came down. I think Riley may have gotten a wave around here.
Okay.
And I think DeTalon, something happened to DeTalon out there. A huge shot to the right front.
Oh. That is ugly.
Wow.
He's got a bit of a indentation.
Yeah, that he does. All right, the talent probably pretty uptight right now about what happened. All right, Red Nitro 1616 is saying what's up.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh,
Something out there. Well, hopefully, right now, Mr. Tyler DeTalent is pretty calm, cool, and collected here. We'll see if we can grab him here.
Yeah.
And see if we can grab a hold of Tyler DeTalent. Tyler, you got a copy?
Yeah.
All right, nice and calm and PG, my man. Talk to me about what happened out there. We were leading the race. We came down on a oddball pit stop here, but we end up 24th with a lot of damage. What did we miss?
We're just leading a pack of cars, trying to just get to the stage end, and got a we're just trying to catch the lead group. We were about 5 seconds behind, and just got a I don't know if it was just an awkward push, not squared away, or I was just dancing around a little bit, just trying to stay as straight as possible, but end up getting turned, halfway saved it, and then we were just going too fast to save it, so
We may be able to roll back and take a look at that.
yeah, got plowed in the back by somebody just not really knowing what. There was a slower car, and yeah, it's always something.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's always a heartbreaker, man, especially when it comes to Talladega. Anything can kind of happen out here. Guys will move and push around and get slammed into the wall and certain things like that, but it's hard to tell. How early was it in that run that this has happened?
It actually happened with, pits were closed, so it was about two to go in the stage, and it went down. So I don't know, felt like we was running pretty good, and I was pretty excited, trying to just stay in basically ninth. I was gonna get some stage points.
Oh.
Well,
Yep.
not now. I'm gonna be fighting to try to get back on the lead lap with minor wheel damage. So we'll just ride around and try and get as many points as we can.
All right, man. Well,
Yeah,
good luck to you out there, and hopefully we see you get back up to the front. It ain't gonna be easy.
No, it's gonna be fun. That's for sure.
All right, Tyler. Good luck.
Yep. Thank you, guys.
All right, that is Tyler DeTalent. Well, I want to take one more look at it here before we get back under green.
From the top? Oh,
Yeah,
no.
I'm trying. Can't get it to load any faster.
That's fine.
Yep. Bad shove to the outside. Cody Dorsey looked like he opened the mirror. Talent. Hand on the wall. Yeah, the 7 also got caught up with
giving him
Derek
a little
Riley.
help.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right. Pace car working his way on off. Tyler DeTalent hoping he can get back on this one. A lot of work to do. He's going to need a quick caution. He'll come down, fix some more damage, get back out there, and then he'll be have the opportunity. So right now, out in front, Kleba, Foner, Hanneman, Ryan Bird getting this one back underway. We are back under green. Lap 75, 113's our quitting time. Barney will have the checkered flag ready for us when we get there. But first, we've got Kleba and Hanneman, Foner down on the bottom there with the 49 of Ryan Bird. Ryan Bird working his way through. Cody Height trying to give a shove here. Right now on that inside, Sonny D trying to make something happen here. Right now he's leaving a huge gap and obviously not looking interested in getting any kind of a pushing match here. I'm sure he's worried about something happening so close to the front here. But man, that's what it takes here at Talladega. A little bit of gutsiness, a little bit of dangerous calls to come away, and the ones who win are the ones who take them. So moving through. Kleba, Hanneman, and Rochelle sitting 1, 2, and 3. Moats fading off a little bit here as he took 4 tires. Down last time he came down pit road, and Moat's still trying to work his way through. But right now, that outside lane is kind of falling apart. With kind of not pointing fingers, but it looks like the 27 of Kyle Rochelle not really assisting in some lane draft.
Yeah, well, Mr. Rochelle's on a little bit of a probation case, so the last thing he wants to do is have any kind of a cause caution.
Let me tell you right now, even on probation, Talladega is a hard place not to end up with at least a 2x from bumping somebody with a little bit of a bump draft out there. He may get moved out of the way on purpose if he's not interested in getting dirty at this track. They always say the big one's going to happen. We have yet to see that, which is a good thing. So far, so good. Aaron Kralik, who came away with the stage win, fights for 10th now. He's sitting in 9th, moving through, trying to get around Moats. And the inside line starts the accordion, everybody checking up.
Yes, they are. I don't know what spooks them, but running this fast, this close, it could be anything.
Well, the 84 seems to be checking up a lot. He's almost got a car and a half to 2-car length in front and to the rear of him. So the inside line will never move the way they want it to move if they are not interested in getting close enough. But they don't want to end up like Tyler DeTalon, get into the wall, slide up, smack the wall, and take out the outside line at the same time. So everything is pretty much understandable, but moves need to be kind of being plotted now of when they need to get and shift their way up to the front. Not many redos are going to happen. As you see Jacob Malone sitting 13th, I guarantee we're going to start seeing him push and shove to get to the front. Tom Senchak in the 17th place. He's going to be pushing his way to the front. And Vincent Arthur. He fixed some more damage when he came down pit road. Looks like, I believe, 21.12 seconds in the box for Vincent Arthur. He's going to be looking to kind of rally his way back to the front and see if he can start putting some points on the board, because he's going to need more as we head closer and closer to the playoffs with each race.
Yeah, he is still in 21st, but that is in the front clump. So that's a heck of a clump of cars.
Yeah, right now somebody's looking to spread it apart a little bit. I noticed Cody Smith starting to slide around again. It always seems to happen on the fresh tires for that number 20 machine. Definitely trying to settle it down there just a hair, as he's definitely wanting to work his way through. Stella, I've got to say, when these guys are moving through this pile here, as we sit along with Cameron Thompson back here in the 18th position, guys are starting to think, hey, I've got to start getting toward the front. If you can pass one car a lap, you've got a good chance of finishing this race strong. But if we hang back here and expect to make all our passes in the final 4 laps, that's going to be tough. The only one who's going to be able to do that is the number 3, Nick Gillis, and he's off by a few laps.
Yeah, I gotcha. I like that 57 chrome. That looks pretty cool there. North Star Designs. Yeah, we are getting close. We got a little 3 wide going there for a minute, but they seem to have found their niche and come back into the high line.
Yeah, it's hard to say really what everybody's idea is. I have seen a little conversations throughout the day between the crew chiefs, whether they are who's going to work with who's going to be friendly, doing it all the way at the end. But it's going to be tough. I know there have been some alliances out there of guys who are willing to work with each other. You saw that perfectly out there with Vincent Arthur and Josh Conover at the end of the last stage. But now is where the time matters. Now is where everything squeaks through. We're lap 81 out of 113. Stella, we're going to start really sawing away these laps here pretty quick. And time is running out. Each lap is less than a minute. And these guys are definitely having to really consider what they're doing out there. At 195 miles an hour, one mistake could take out the entire field. So very, 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 very careful is where that they need to be. But Dustin Kaleba leading this race here. Looks like Raymond Hanneman trying to stick his finger in there and get a left out as he gains 22 positions on his night. Max Foner and Rochelle gaining 17 and 9. Sitting 3 and 4, and everybody's looking for Jacob Malone. 9th place is where you'll find him.
I was just gonna say that. You took my line.
Yeah, floating on back, trying to see who's out here on that outside lane. If I am not mistaken, that is the 24 of Vincent Arthur, moving his way on the outside. Obviously, he wants to make something work, and yes, it is. That is Josh Conover behind him. Josh Conover and Kristen Berry are behind him, trying to make a 3 wide this outside lane work. Right now, I would probably say Vincent Arthur may have a better chance if he puts his driver's seat right above that dotted line. But man, right now that 33 is going to start getting sucked in here. Yep, there it is. There's the wiggle.
Oh, and somebody just got in front of him.
Yeah.
Malone saw that high line going.
Yep, Malone getting ready to put out the jousting stick here as he charges forward. He's a man with a plan here, and he's looking to get everybody to work with him.
Yeah, but it looks like Arthur and Conover decided, no, we don't want you in front of us, and have hopped into the middle lane.
Yeah, well, it looks like it's happening. It's right now, Vincent Arthur and Conover down to the bottom, go around Malone, and then get back in front of him.
They did.
Oh, man, right now, Malone, hey, smile and go along with it. At this point, you don't want any more. Yeah, Malone is probably giving a push here to Conover. And just what you want to do. When you got two guys that have been battling and mouthing off to each other, yeah, let's start tucking, diving, and pushing each other around. Where Malone says is feeling like he's been cut off, and Conover just wants to help Vincent Arthur get to the front, and now the three of them may all end up killing each other here. But we are 3 wide heading into the turn. Look at this.
Wow.
Excellent work here. Cody Smith, hold on to that wheel, brother. The number 20 getting extremely loose. If you consider what he's doing, no draft in the front. He's got no resistance in the front, no resistance hitting the spoiler, and all the door drafts sliding past him. So right now, the number 20 and Brady Moats in the 19, these guys right now could drive this thing with a single finger because there's absolutely no drag on the race car. So these are the guys in the center who've got to be super careful here, and that's exactly what they're doing. Right now, Jay is out there saying that the battle between Conover and Malone is like Earnhardt and Gordon. 100%, I would probably say it. And I don't know who I want to say is the intimidator out there, but I know who's out there looking for the win. And I'm probably going to point that right now, the 24 Vincent Arthur returning back to the top 5. Here he is on the outside line, making it work, and away they go to get lap 85 half complete.
Yeah, this is fantastic. I mean, they are doing it again. We expected them to do it before the stage with this 3 wide and cutting in and out. But, sorry. Henneman almost gave Kleba a bad go. But look at Kleba now. He has got in front of Arthur. Is this a block or is this a let's both go to the front?
That's Kleba not interested in 4 when he's got a line of 8 behind him. Kleba now going to be out front, and you're going to see Hanneman actually start marching back. Moats is trying to figure out if anybody is interested in helping him. Kleba ducks on off after a shove here with Vincent Arthur. Look at it hit the brakes on him. Hanneman, boom, into the back of Kleba there. Interesting move here. Not bad. Right now, Hanneman does take that like a champ. And, Cody Height, hold on. Boy, and Stella, I've got to admit, when you're off the track, the spotter really doesn't tell you if anybody's side by side. So Cody Height returning back into the field like that, as aggressive as he is, he's got to be careful. I understand loss of speed, but somebody better tell him he's clear. Otherwise, he's about to take everybody out. We are 3 abreast for at least 5 rows. 4 wide now. Take a look at the 20. Cody Smith full sending it here. Gutsy move as it squeezes down back to 3 lanes, and now Brady Moats gets marched out. Holy cow.
See Arthur come down with, yes, I did, all the way to the bottom line now.
Yes, Arthur, even from a lap down and a damaged toe link, crooked steering wheel, now leads this race. But still out front is going to be who? Malone, Arthur, Bird. Who's it going to be when they win this race, lap 87, and we've got a bunch more to go, at least over 25 for certain, as we get this one still rolling through. Jacob Malone realizing even the outside lane closest to the wall, still a fast line, and everybody else agrees with him as they continue this push. Jake Christenberry may be out of this race coming with a top 10, and he may be laps down sitting 25th, but he is still contributing out there, sitting behind Jacob Malone, help push him and stay in the lead.
Yeah, this is fantastic. Now, Arthur has lost Josh Conover, but it looks like he's picked up Bird and now traded him in for height. Oh,
Yeah.
excuse me, Smith.
Yeah, right now, even the 05 of Dakota Moniz is on that outside lane as well. He's a few laps down. All the way back, lap 81 is where he is sitting, so that gives him 6 down. Let's rotate back as I see trouble here in the back, number 20. Right now, Cody Smith is starting to become the magnet of problems. He's got to be careful. He's from the inside line back to the outside, drops to the bottom. Seem to be driving with no respect for anybody else. The 05 slices to the bottom.
Wow,
Moniz
sure
wants
did.
to lead this race, and we're almost 4 wide yet again at the line. 25 to go here at Talladega. Welcome to the National Oval Race Association, everybody.
Oh, yeah, he cut down so fast it looked like he missed his exit ramp. Ooh. I'm getting a little scared. We have a little bit of blinking up on the top. But a second ago, our Sunny D almost made contact with him, and he blinked out, and there was nothing. So I've never seen such a fortuitous.
Oh, there it is.
There he goes. There he goes. Oh, man.
Hold
That
it, hold
caution
it,
is out.
hold it. Excellent. Hardly any damage. Kyle Rochelle rotates up, contacts the wall, spins around, makes it through the field backwards, and then straightens it back out.
Wow. Now, did he just kind of get a wild hair to turn right, or did he get some help?
Oh, he got some help. He got some help, that's for certain. Let's take a look at Kyle Rochelle here. I gotta give it to Kyle Rochelle. Remember, you said he's in a little bit of hot water here. 43 gets in the back of Senchak here. Thompson sends him.
Oh.
Tries to come back down because he cleared Senchak and loops him back around. But keep an eye. Look, little contact with the wall up top. Good wreck avoidance. Watch out. Ooh. Yep, 56 squeaks by, so Ryan Patty makes it clear, and we're good.
And doesn't come back up on the track and
Nope.
and make a mess. Fantastic.
Yeah, saves it. Now, I do want to note that Corey Harville, I believe they were saying during the choose cone,
Did he?
had destroyed his car. Boom! That's why we don't see the 92.
What? Oh my
We were
heavens.
wondering where Corey Harville had gone. This is it, time. This is why. Welcome to waiting to the last minute.
Oh. Yeah, it's not the pace car. Can't drive through it.
Alrighty.
Holy moly.
Will Harville, thank you out there for kind of poking that out there. That was a terrible one. Wow. Smacked right into that one. I would probably kind of give Kyle Rochelle a pass by on this one. And he caused caution. That was a fantastic save. He had nowhere else to go. Even if he had let off, he'd have been turned. So in the grand scheme of things, an excellent save here by Kyle Rochelle. I love to see him what we just saw now for this working out. Let's take a look from his angle.
He didn't hit.
He's got nowhere to go. I mean, you even see him.
No.
It doesn't look like he even tries to come down.
Right. So, looks like everybody came into the pits, even though they just came in on 72.
Wow.
Oh.
Fan-frickin-tastic. I don't know, Stella. I think what it is, I'm just absolutely baffled that right here in the middle of it all. I mean, see Vincent Arthur and Conover just barely missing this.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody,
Yeah,
the
so
wreck
it's
avoidance
the
out of the way.
Is it not the 43 that starts the first in front? That starts the chain reaction?
I believe so. It should be Hendrickson
Okay.
who's caught up in this one. Let's take another look. 43 up into the wall,
Watch.
comes down in
On
front of
the wall.
Senchak.
He
Senchak lets
checks up.
off.
He gets mushed, and 2 never lets up. I got it. Okay.
Yep.
Oh, but it wasn't the big one. This is still good.
Yes. Now, here comes the strategy. Most everybody came down. Looks like lap 90 for everybody. Some took
Okay.
tires. Some took all 4 tires. Some only took fuel.
Okay.
Our
And that's
guys
to
who took
give
4
them-
tires. Brady Moats, Max Foner, Matthew George, and Vincent Arthur. Right now sitting 8th through
8,
11th.
9, 10, 11. Yep.
Right, before the choose cone.
Oh. So, as Will says out there, he thought the choose cone was on the back stretch for some reason. I think is why he just all of a sudden, there's a car.
Yeah, well, even so, the guy in front of him kind of jerked.
Yes,
Less
he
than
got-
2 car lengths away from the car.
Yes. Yes.
So, are they
We're
really
using
are
a
they using
cone.
The cone? Are they using the cone?
Yes. Yes, they are. I really do.
The car is destroyed, that's why.
Oh, and there's no. That's what I was talking about during practice. I wonder if there's no fast repairs for the choose cone car. I guess I got my answer.
All right. Well,
Seen first time for everything.
if I had known this sooner, I would have pulled Jacob Gladelick in and asked him how his race was going tonight.
Oh.
'Cause, I mean, he's been sitting 20 minutes in the pit box trying to fix whatever just happened. And the car's still in pieces. I mean, that was a hit. I mean, 70 miles an hour and one of the guys at a dead stop.
Oh yeah, he got a shot without a doubt.
Alrighty, Stella. Let's talk a little bit about what we got going on. Lap 21 will be back under green. Outside line seems to be the longest line here. Won't take long. They'll clump back up, and we'll have guys trying to battle it back out. So far, I'm seeing 23 drivers still on the lead lap here.
And I just saw
And extension.
Home Depot go into the pits.
Yeah, an extension here. See the pit, the pace truck back out on the track.
Oh. Why?
Cody Smith
happened?
and Tyler DeTalent
Yes.
back down pit road here. I'm wondering if they got the wave around and they're kind of a little on the annoyed side here. All right. Hopefully DeTalent should have been able to fix a little more of that damage there. Shame to see him touch and go and back out.
Yes.
Yeah, I figured he'd take another 30 seconds to fix it. I believe pace lap times are sitting at 2 minutes and 15 seconds. So I believe it's able to put another minute on that and get it fixed. And we'll see what they have to say. I'm going to grab a hold of him and see if we can talk to him. Jacob Gladelick, you got a copy?
Yeah, I'm here.
There he is. Hey, man, how's your race going?
Just chilling off pit road.
All right, well, the car's in pieces. Hopefully you're not. Apparently a little choose cone fumble here. Kind of what's tripping these guys up? What makes them hit the car?
Not paying attention.
Well, everybody
very
jerking
much.
right at the end. It seems kind of an issue here. You're the closest thing to RC that we have here. Extension of the caution by a lap. Talk to me.
Trying to figure out what the 7 doing, where he's supposed to line up.
What? Huh. Okay, I noticed how everybody's coming back down. Well, a few guys came back down pit road. DeTalent and Smith came down pit road. And a little something going on there. All right, man. Well, Good luck on the repairs.
Yeah.
Take it easy. Ah, boy, we catch him off guard.
I think so.
He's stumbling on me. All right. Let's get ready to get this one back underway. There we go. That's a better restart. Let's get her going. At the line, Ryan Bird, Malone, Kleba, Hanneman. All right, Hanneman looking like he wants to give Jacob Malone a push here outside line. Only separated by about half a car. Malone's got the lead. Down the backstretch, notice Kleba. Kleba's starting to give Ryan Bird a shove here, and I guarantee you, right now Tom Senchak is saying, well, I let off the gas last time, and the caution happened behind me. This time, Krolick's behind him. So Krolick would not be happy about getting wrecked out here, Stella. Notice how Malone and Hanneman are out front. Bird and Kleba are getting ready to get a solid run here. Guarantee you Senchak's getting ready to snug up. Vincent Arthur leaving a huge gap here, actually, behind the 59 of Max Foner. Closes it now. We're heading into one, trying to squeeze it together. Ryan Bird now picking up a little bit more pace. Only half a car length behind. Malone holds the outside line. Does Senchak fade to the top and watch the inside line die? He could, but we'll keep an eye and take a look, Stella.
I say yes, because he came down and the first thing that happened was Kleba started getting squirrely in front of him. I would say I'd get back out of there if I could.
Yeah, right now, interesting seeing how far off Moats is sitting. Brady Moats in the 19. Sitting way back, Kleba to the outside. Now Malone's going to get some help. Now, remember, Malone and Kleba have been pushing each other all day. We'll get an eye in the sky, see if we can get close enough here. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, right now these two have been working famously together so far as Jacob Malone. Looks like he may have pulled out that bumper and he's looking to redent it back in. Holy cow, Malone is all over him. Look at the pushing right now by Malone.
Man.
Man, Kleba just trying to hold on, but he's loving the lead. That now puts these guys way in the rear view. Let's take a look at that inside line. There they are.
He's got to be white knuckled on that steering wheel.
Yeah, 110%. Look at the distance that they're able to put on it. And that's just from Malone pushing Kleba. Hanneman, Moats, and Foner are just following. Yeah, Kleba bleeds off a little bit of speed there as it looks like Malone says, all right, we got enough of a lead. I won't push as hard anymore. Changes his mind, comes down the backstretch, boom, contact.
Nah, never enough lead.
Yeah, gives him a solid checkup here in contact. I will say, they've talked a little bit about car makes and models out there. Right now, Ford on Ford here is continuing the push. That does seem to help. It's not a Chevy pushing a Ford, and then there we got guys getting moved around out there.
Ah.
Yeah, see if they can still hold on. Really, right now, we're waiting to see if Vincent Arthur can move back. 7th spot is where he sits. Ryan Bird and Ryan Patty, 8th and 9th.
Oh.
Yep, looks like a little duck out here. I think that's George into the wall. Negative.
No.
That's Conover into the wall.
Oh. Oh, it sure was.
Yeah, Conover getting up front. Looks like a bad push. And we've seen a lot of that here tonight. But with about 16 laps to go here. Battles all over the track. Guys are trying to figure out where they want to be. Moves are starting to be made. Guys are squeezing in, but we're only double wide.
Ooh,
That should be Monteith. Yep, Monteith up toward the top. That takes Guylis down to the bottom as he passes Monteith. And Kleba, Malone, and Hanneman still 1, 2, and 3. Moats hanging off a little bit. Right there where Vincent Arthur is, but I would probably say this is something brewing back here, as we've already got trouble yet again here around the number 20 machine of Cody Smith.
Yes, he came up really high on Conover, but brought it back down, but it kind of made Conover go so high that he's stuck up there.
Boy, the 20 machine of Cody Smith is not afraid of a 3 wide, ever.
No.
So he either has a very good system with good feedback here. As you see, he bumps Matthew George out of the way. He just
Wow.
he takes the draft off the back end of him. George floats to the top and then dies. George going to get a little help here from the Sunny D machine. And Cody Smith is rotating forward. So Cody Smith sitting 13th, Cody Height is 16th, and Cody Dorsey is in 18th.
Yeah, y'all are killing me.
Yep, one more time.
All right, but here is Arthur in 12th. So he lost a couple just in the past few laps.
Yeah, well, they've been hanging to the outside and being extremely conservative here. Nobody else is interested in kind of hanging around. They've been slowing up a little bit. Outside line, Ryan Patty sending it. Yeah, Moats and Arthur, I don't know what's going on. Moats is almost driving like he's got a brake on. He's got to figure out what's going on. Moats is now going from the 5th position down to 11th.
Is he one of the ones that perhaps did not do tires and it's affecting him?
He actually took tires, 15 and a half seconds.
Ah, then maybe they're not warm enough?
I don't know. Vincent Arthur took tires. Cody Height, we see him trying to fly up in the 84. He took tires. Matthew George took tires. Okay, Max Foner took tires, and he's leading the inside lane.
Okay.
Whoa, Conover.
Gee whiz.
Yeah. Good Lord. Boy, they're making it happen. 13 to go, 12 at the line. Led by Blake Hoppy. 29 positions gained.
Yes.
Yeah, right now Hoppy coming out of nowhere. Leading the lap. And leading the pile. Dustin Kaleba sits right behind him. And then you got Jacob Malone. Not bad here with 12 to go.
Now, do you think Malone is going to wait and, not be up front where you've got the bullseye on your back and make his move at the end?
100%. They're going to sit back and kind of work it here. The key is just getting enough wiggle room where you can get out of there. Cameron Thompson. Boy, look at him. Back up to 6th. Outside line starting to form up. And Stella, right now, if I am not mistaken, this is Flatline Motorsports clumping together. Yes, it is. Flatline Motorsports of Brady Moats, Thompson, Vincent Arthur, Guylis, Hanneman, Conover, George Height, and Gladelick, who's obviously sitting in the pace car.
But yeah,
Yeah, they're clumping together. They're working on something here. Led by the 24. Hanneman is in the 41. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, Jacob
Give it
Malone
to
knows what's
Malone.
happening. Tunes
Yes.
in, outside line.
Yes.
Here he comes.
Yes. Wow. And Arthur popping in right behind there, too.
Yeah, this is huge right now. Hanneman splits off with Vincent Arthur. That's going to bring Jacob Malone to a stop here. Malone, if he could, would love to slide down onto the bottom. Oh, Arthur, quick cut. Hanneman's going to drop back there a little bit. He's going to park in front of Hoppy. Hoppy slides to the bottom. This is those shots to the line.
Youth.
Holy cow. Malone, bottom line, makes contact with Hoppy. Hoppy's sliding. Here it comes. Everybody stays collected. Everyone's fine.
Go.
10 laps left to go. Right now, that is Jacob Malone checking out here.
Can't get back in. Oh, my heavens. He can't get back in.
Malone down to 18th here. With 10 to go. Alrighty, Jay.
Yeah.
Here's a blast from the past. Let's see if we can remember the 2000 race here with Dale Earnhardt. 8 laps left to go. Came back from the 17th spot to win the race.
Yes.
Can he do it? Jacob Malone up to 16th, taking center lane. Boy, it's going to be a pile. We'll keep an eye on the 69. I do want to rotate up to the 56 of Ryan Patty. Patty splitting it. Right down the gut. Looks like Kristen Berry down to the inside. Sunny D Machine's got nowhere to go. But he passes Brady Moats on the inside. Fantastic run. Excellent moves here so far. We sit up in the front with right now Cody Smith and Vincent Arthur leading the charge. laps down is Josh Conover. He's down 7 laps, but he remains in the front rows. Up there with Kleba, Hanneman, and Foner. Ryan Patty battled all the way back from outside the back 13. Now he sits 5th just by choosing the inside. Picking dead center lane there for Ryan Patty. Now secures him into 4th. He's moving through. Conover splits down. That's going to leave Vincent Arthur around through. And all right. Hey.
Henneman.
Yeah, well, Conover right now just got one of his laps back, kind of in all intents and purposes. But watch the outside lane. Oh my gosh, Cody Height. Right now he's doing 205 miles an hour, and I think the rear tires were almost off the ground as Brady Motes gives him the push of the race.
No more break on Brady Motes.
Yeah, right now as we look over top, notice who's in the outside line, 5th in that row. Fighting back, Jacob Malone sits 13th. Not bad here. He's continuing his roll on forward. Inside line, still holding strong out front with Smith and Kleba. Yeah, Smith is following along with Conover here. Kleba going to make the slide. Who joins him? Yeah, Cameron Thompson's going to join him. Max Foner's going to join him. And once again, outside line for Kleba, and he's going to lead the race. Oh, cutting down to the bottom is going to be Height. Height takes the shot here, way down to the bottom. He's got a solid run here. This is going to allow the 48 to gain some speed and rear end a teammate. Let's see if we can give him a push. Right now, the 84, Cody Height, would love to get out front and win this race. No can do, not yet. Kleba still leads this one. 6 to go.
And with that top line coming down and taking out everything, Arthur is now just barely still in the top 10.
Less than 14 miles left in this race here with Simtrax Broadcasting coming to you live, bringing you the National Oval Racing Association. We have been on this entire race with only one caution here tonight, unscheduled, with a driver going backwards. No problem so far as the 49 here of Ryan Bird making a breakaway, and fortunately he's able to collect it. Jacob Malone back into 2nd place here as he pushes Cody Dorsey to the lead. Right now, he goes from all the way to the back of the pack here, and a matter of how many laps, Jay, you better be watching, buddy. He has now regained the lead out front, out in front of Dorsey, and has the lead. Fantastic moves here by Jacob Malone.
Yeah, this kid's got skills.
5 laps left to go here. Cameron Thompson holding the inside lane. Kleba now pushing Malone. Remember, Malone has been pushing Kleba the whole time.
No.
Boy, and it looks like Kleba, I'm trying not to say that's a setup there. Kleba's been trying to bump him in the left quarter panel for the last half a lap here. Right now, Kleba's got to calm it down a little bit. I know he's getting excited, but don't want to turn that 69 before it ruins the entire field. That's going to allow Cameron Thompson to get in the front with a little miscalculation here. Lap number 5 of Matthew George up 19 positions. He's looking for another one to make it 20 as he sits 3rd. 2 Fords in the front. George's Chevrolet breaks him up, sitting 3rd. Kleba's Ford sitting at 16, sitting in now. Well, now he moves up to 3rd. So that gives us 3 Fords in the front, and from 4th to 12th, we've got all Chevrolets.
Wow, and they are about 6 deep, 3 wide after this first leading clump.
Yeah, right now we are following along with these drivers here. Definitely expect it. You know, Stella, and you would expect a race like this to heat up later toward the end of the race, but not this early toward the end of the race. These guys have been plowing through. That looks like Hendrickson into the wall. Yeah, Hendrickson, hold on. All right, looks like he's able to collect and keep it together. Good job by Dakota Moniz not rearranging him there.
Yep.
Excellent job. Let's keep our way up toward the front. Oh, looseness. Raymond Hanneman. Not bad. You see, that's what I'm talking about. The guys racing around each other, the communication. Little room given, little brake check here, and everybody is able to fall back in line without a caution. 3 laps left to go. This has been a fantastic race, guys. Make sure you thumbs up, make sure you like this one, and share this one to everybody out there. This race is coming to an end here very, very soon. Jacob Malone, Max Foner sitting 1 and 2, but that was for now. Foner and Bird now move up 1 and 2 and waiting for Cameron Thompson sitting third. 3 wide as Jacob Malone sits on the outside. Unfortunately, he's going to watch the top 5 run away from him here as Cody Height takes the center lane. Malone running out of steam here. He's got to wait for Kaliba to make contact and start pushing again.
Yeah, he's now, he went from 1st to 10th that fast.
Yeah, already out of it. That puts Malone down to 11th here. Kaliba looks like he stopped pushing, and now Malone is out in front of Conover. Man, oh man, Kaliba, right now, turn your spotter back on, buddy. He's coming down on Conover and the 57 of Thomas Walter. Walter doing a great job going ahead and bucking on off there, and Stella, we are single file.
Yeah, but a little bit too late. I see Conover is picking up Arthur again and giving him a push.
Yeah, interesting moves. We're kind of keeping an eye on it here. Let's see if we can get a little bit higher and see what's happening. Vincent Arthur getting hooked a little bit by the 48. Whoa! Vincent Arthur!
Yeah.
Making
Talk
a
about
line that
thread.
wasn't there.
Thread the needle.
Boy, but you kind of consider we gained 1 position. Was it worth it here? Light flag this time by.
Yes.
Here we go. All right, Max Foner. Yet to win a race so far this season. The 59 Chevrolet, he's out front. Ryan Bird sits second. Matthew George is third. All drivers in the top 5 have passed at least 12 positions, or 12 cars here tonight. There's a shove. Bird pops to the outside. Bird's around.
We have a
Goodbye.
terrible spin.
All right, huge runs here as it looks like Foner's going to miss out. Oh, Smith is around. Malone!
Arthur.
Malone! He's
Malone.
pulling through! Malone trying to pull in Vincent Arthur here. 1 and 2, and it looks like he's going to come second. Vincent Arthur winning the race, baby, after damage to the toe link. Comes away with the win here at Talladega.
And what were you saying about coming back from all the... Yeah, take that, Dale Earnhardt.
But Malone coming back even after the wrecks.
Twice.
Gets nailed and makes it.
Yeah, but we've got some carnage that happened from about third back.
This is the white flag here. As I do want to take an eye and see where how Ryan Bird gets turned around. He's the first one.
Okay.
Bird gets hooked. All right, here comes the run. Makes a block.
There.
Oof.
Oh.
Height is around.
Yeah.
There's Monteith. The 57's got nowhere to go.
And that's when Arthur was on the outside.
And
just
Ryan
from
Patty makes it through. So Patty following behind. The number 2's down on the bottom of Cameron Thompson.
Wow.
He gets hammered. Look at this.
It's like a tornado.
So
Every
Smith
other
gets turned
car.
around here.
Oh. It's George. Oh, my goodness.
George gets wiped out, and these
Everybody.
guys run away with it.
Yes. Yes. That's what I was saying. It was about third place up that ate it. So, we end up with the top 10 of Arthur, Malone, Patty, Monteith. Monteith! No kidding! So I'm sorry. Hanneman, Kralik, Motes, Thompson, and Kleba, and followed by Senchek in 10th.
Yeah. Wow, wicked race here.
Wicked good.
Yeah, tell me about it. That was awesome. I'm glad we were able to tune in, and I'm glad you guys were able to tune in as well. We obviously have got to talk to our guys here all the way at the end, as this battle went all the way to the last lap, and guys just barely made it on some of it.
Some of them did.
But Vince and Arthur coming from the back. Look at that.
Yeah, like the 84 of Cody Heights. Height. He's in 20th, and Cody Smith in 21st.
Yeah. Well, I got to admit, just looking at the race here, we've seen a couple of times, not bad by all our leagues here racing at Talladega. They have not been wreck fests that we've seen before or broadcasted before. Each one of these was held with respect for one another and definitely a level of professionalism we don't normally see. And it's been an absolute privilege here as Simtrax Broadcasting bringing you the best here at Talladega. Let's go ahead and grab our guys here in just a moment, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, welcome back, everybody. We run into Ryan Patty coming away with a third-place finish. Won at Bristol, came in third at Coda, and man, we come in third at Talladega. You gained 25 positions here on the night in the 56 Toyota, and you made it happen. Talk to me about this entire race, man. How in the world did you how'd you make it out of there alive?
Yeah, that's the that's the key, right? The race had a lot of ups and downs. It was good to be up front for a little while, played pit strategy, fuel strategy, what have you, but that last, I don't know, I think it was 20 laps to go. It was some of the wildest super speedway I've ever been a part of.
Yes.
Kudos to all these guys for holding it together the entire way. We didn't have any wrecks. But man, I didn't know what to do. I wanted to get to the front any chance I got, but there was a bunch of taking, no giving. You get stuck in the middle. You can't go absolutely anywhere. Trying to find someone to push, getting cut off, trying not to get put four wide. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. I thought I was dead in the water. I was going to finish, in the teens. And then once they started wrecking on the backstretch, I was just ducking and weaving, trying to make my way through.
Man, and you want to talk about this race, how crazy it was. Look at how many guys ended up three wide for a good chunk of this race. I mean, how many cautions did we have? We only had one that was unscheduled. What a fantastic race this was, man.
Yes.
It was great to be a part of it. At one point I got stuck out of the draft, and it's always frustrating to be running around by yourself. But I was glad I was able to hang on to it for the last run and be a part of that. It was just a blast running like that with those guys. And again, I said it before, but kudos to all the guys in this series to be able to hold it, three wide, not run into each other, not cause a wreck. Until the very end, but at that point, once you take the white flag, nobody's lifting, and everyone's going to be looking for every inch they can get.
Oh yeah, 100%. There was no way anybody was even going to slow down. There was no way. But man, we find you here
No chance.
in a podium position. This seems to be kind of collecting. It's starting to work out really well. It's starting to come around for you, and we notice you're on a hot streak. But my biggest question is, we came from Martinsville, we went to Texas, we're here at Talladega, and we keep getting a little bit smaller here. We head to the Monster Mile of Dover next week. Confidence level heading there, man, seeing how well you did here tonight.
Yeah, Dover's, it might just be my favorite track on the service. It's a lot of fun to run. You got to take care of the right rear of the car. The car runs loose. Even in this next gen where the car never seems to really hang out, you can get a bit of, you can get the car to rotate, and it's a lot of fun to drive. Definitely white knuckle most of the race, but That's the type of racing I really enjoy. And I feel like for me coming together, I ran with these guys last year for a handful of races, and obviously ripping off a win here early in the season. Um, I think just pulling out a little bit more respect each time, trying not to cause any cautions, not ruffle any feathers, and so far it's all gone according to plan.
Man, oh man, awesome, awesome,
So are you
awesome.
calling it? Are you calling Dover?
No, I'll never do that. No, that's the worst way to give yourself terrible luck. I can't do that. But I'll say, if I walk out of there without a top 5, I'll be pretty disappointed.
All right.
Okay.
Shout out time.
Yeah, no, shout out to you guys and everyone that puts this league on. I feel like there's more people behind the scenes than I can name, but obviously Josh does a really good job, navigating this group of guys and putting on a good show each week. Well, hey, how about a shout out for whoever was driving the choose car? Because man, we probably have to fish them out of the grandstand at some point. I couldn't believe we were joking about it earlier in the race. Like, wouldn't it be crazy if someone hit the choose car and then lo and behold, I mean, they hit it big.
I mean, big.
Yeah, I can't wait to go back and watch that. But yeah, outside of that, shout out to you guys for doing a great broadcast as always. My teammate Kevin was great to work with tonight. Adam wasn't here, but we missed him. And shout out to my wife. I hope she was able to tune in for a little bit at least, and always appreciate her letting me break away for a little while and get this racing.
Oh yeah, tell her to subscribe, man. Tell her to start rooting you on out here and start putting comments out there in the chat, so I know she's out here watching you. We'll give her a shout out, I promise.
Sure thing.
All right, Ryan Patty, congratulations on your 3rd place finish, and we'll see you at Dover.
Appreciate you. Have a good night.
You too.
Nice.
All right, man, oh man, oh man, what a race. What an absolute awesome race. Let's talk to one of the guys that a lot of people knock down. They don't belittle him now, as right now, Jacob Malone came 2nd here tonight. You dropped down to 18th spot after a good run there. It looked like somebody got loose, slung out of the draft, and you couldn't get back in. Talk to me the mindset of when that happened here in the final stage.
Well, I mean, in the final stage, it was a battle of just trying to get to the front and stay there. Once we had that caution, it allowed for all of us to really reset, get some fuel, and basically have a battle to the finish without the worry of fuel saving. It was fun. I did make a stupid block because I thought I was clear. I went all the way down to the inside trying to get by Vincent, who was on the outside. And I kind of got super sideways, took out Blake's chance of winning, and it kind of was just really far back to the back. But I was able to recover, just kind of followed each line, had momentum, and made some little bit of risky moves, but they paid off. Kind of cool. Followed Vincent throughout the most of that at the end because I had nowhere else to go. And it kind of just led me to 2nd.
You've been doing a lot of, always a bridesmaid, never a bride on these races. What track do you think we're going to see you come in first?
Honestly, I have no clue. It just seems like I can only finish 2nd or 3rd, and if not, I'm wrecking. So the day I win one, it would be pretty nice. I have no races to really look forward to for that because I'm looking at all of them. It's just every race I have a shot to win, and I want to win it.
Okay.
So that's the goal.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah, well, we were counting out there, and even Jay was saying it. I mentioned that you may have the power of Dale Earnhardt on your side at the end when you only got about 11 laps to go to come away with a win. We went from 18th to the lead in 4 laps.
I guess you kind of just gotta take guesses. I might have been doing some studying, watching some Dale Jr., Dale Sr. highlights. They see the draft, but that's what I do in my free time, man. You gotta love racing, and in order to be good at racing, you gotta love it. You gotta understand it, and I feel like a lot of people hate on drafting tracks. I used to, but now I understand how much they actually take. Like when it comes to the IQ and knowing which lane is moving, how to get to the front when you're in the back, especially with the next gen era where it's just you're stuck. So I mean, that was a lot of fun. I wanted to get one done because my favorite driver won in real life. It'd be pretty cool, but you're 1 spot off.
All righty. Jacob, Dover's next week. Confidence level heading there, and then let me get your shout-outs.
Yeah, I'm not good at Dover.
Oh.
It's my worst track, but we'll find a way to get a top 10 there. practice a little bit, see what's new, watch a bit of races in real life, see what lane they're running.
There you go.
Yeah, some of them it's very high, and watch your turn exits out of 4. 2 is the most treacherous. That's the one that catches everybody off guard. Might have to ring up Ryan Patty. He sounds extremely confident. Seeing that
Well-
he will place a top 5, and if he doesn't, he'll be a little bit upset. So keep an eye on that, or tune in to some of our old broadcasts. There's a gentleman by the name of Alex Forget Berube, and he leaves the field without burning his tires up, and he starts lapping guys. I mean, almost 5 seconds ahead of the rest of the field and some of the fastest guys out there. So take an idea and dig into that there, Jacob. Give me your shout-outs while we're here.
Well, I got to shout out my team owner, Joey Stats, Beer Money Racing. Got to shout out my family for watching. Got to shout out you guys for putting on this wonderful stream, and NORA, of course, for putting these races together. Had one hell of a good race at Talladega today. It was fun.
3 wide, even 4 abreast down the backstretch, and you guys weren't killing each other. Fantastic racing. Congratulations, Jacob Malone, on your 2nd place finish.
Thank you.
All right, Stella, before we grab a hold of our winner with Vincent Arthur in the number 24 Chevrolet, Jacob Malone coming in 2nd, the 69 Ford, and the 56 Toyota of Ryan Patty. We got one of each, all in the top 3 here. But Vincent Arthur coming away with the win. What an awesome run here. And I guarantee you, we didn't think we were going to talk to him more than once here tonight. But even starting with damage in this race, ended up in more problems, got some of it squared away, bent a toe link a little bit there to get a crooked steering wheel, and then coming away with the win. Vincent Arthur, I want to talk to you a little bit first about the blocking before you go a lap down on the 2nd stage.
Josh Conover is by far the greatest restrictor plate racer there is on this service. He can push like no other, and I am incredibly lucky to have that man as my teammate and my team owner. I mean, we were kind of calculating it out. There were 7 laps to go in the stage, and they were like 7.5 seconds back.
Yes.
And Josh was like, "Yeah, we're gonna go a lap down. I hate to break it to you." And then as the laps kind of wind down, it was about a second a lap, and he's like, "They're literally gonna pass us on the last lap."
Yep.
So we took the last lap, and I think luckily we slowed him down enough, or Josh got a bump, or we were able to speed up enough that we were able to stay in the lead of everything. And coming off of 4, I knew the outside was going to get a run, and I just needed to go up and try to do something. I mean, worst comes to worst, they put me 3 wide, and they go around the outside, and I get the lucky dog. So, luckily we stayed on the lead lap, and honestly, that's probably one of the biggest factors to what saved our race there at the end.
Yeah, that it did, and we didn't think we were going to talk to you more than once here, but it happened, man. You come from behind, even a lap down, and then win it. That blows my mind right now. But right before we get to the checkered flag, we have a little bit of contact, and we're actually seeing it in slow-mo now, of a little contact with Mr. Smith in the number 20 machine. Talk to me a little bit about it right as we're running the line.
Yeah, so about 10 laps to go, Cody, he pulled the move that thank God I was looking in my mirror, because I was 3 wide already, and I was on the door of the guy who was below me, and he made a lane, and luckily I saw it, but I said, if you pull anything like that again, we're both gonna wreck. I don't care. That's just a really dumb move to make, and it's just not respectful at all. So when we got back to that last lap, he blocked me when we were going into turn 3. I gave him a shove. And then I tried to go below him then, but I saw Matthew George was coming up. So I stuck behind him a little bit, tried to go above him. He went up, and I went down. I feel like I got pretty alongside him, and then he shut the door when I was already there. So kind of plate racing. Reminds me of the Chase Elliott, Daniel Suarez, and Kyle Larson deal in 2017, I believe. So just plate racing at the end of the day.
Yeah, a little bumping and nudging goes a little bit. Now, we did float above and watch you make a lane on the front stretch. You kind of gave a little wiggle, sliced underneath somebody, and rode him up the track a little bit just to send it straight through the center to gain one position. I think it was Jacob Malone you may have moved out of the way. There were a lot of close calls out there tonight, yet so few cautions. I mean,
Yeah, I think we got a lot of really good, competent drivers in here. A lot of really good, lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
skill. So when it comes to plate racing, I think honestly this is probably the most fun that I've ever had at a plate track. I mean, we were dicing it up, and I think Josh texted me after the race. We went from it was on lap 81. We went from like 28th to 5th in 3 laps.
Yes.
So just charge on the outside. So just to be able to do something like that and to be able to keep it straight and clean, until that last lap, that's something that doesn't really happen. So I had a freaking blast tonight, and I hope it was as good of a show on the broadcast as it felt like it was in the car.
Straight up.
Always, man, and that's kind of what I think even our viewers love to see is guys racing. I've raced on the service, and I can probably count less on my hand that it's not. It's not bumper cars out there. It's not guys turned around backwards in the wall, in the grass, something. You guys raced all the way to the last lap cleanly, and made the moves that needed to be made. And that was fantastic, man. Awesome job here. Talk to me about Dover and your confidence level there, because I think Ryan Patty's almost, he's not calling his shot, but he's calling a top 5 here.
Dover is probably my best track by far. It's my home track. Really confident. I won that race without a right front fender last year. So when I bring in confidence to a race, sometimes it'll backfire on me. So I won't call my shot or anything else like that. But Dover is the one that I always have circled on my calendar. So, I mean, the way this 24 team is performing, I can't thank them enough for all the help that they put into this race. I mean, we broke a toe link and we had aero damage and they stayed in it all night, and we fought. And on that last lap, I think I was like 11th, taking the white, and to come around and take the win. I mean,
Yeah.
it doesn't get any better than that. So I'm super happy about tonight. And it's just a bonus that Dover's next week. I absolutely love that track, and I can't wait to go there.
All
Yeah,
right.
you're now the second one to have 2 wins this season. We were going there a new winner every track, but now you and Josh Conover have 2 wins after your win at Martinsville.
Yeah, I think it speaks to this entire team. To have 2 of us with multiple wins in a season where our field is this competitive. Our team is just firing on all cylinders. We're putting in the work, and we're getting the results. So. Hopefully we can bring, our other teammates up there, but, their time is coming. They're showing the same speed that we have. I think just give them time, and then all 4 of us should be able to lock ourselves in with wins.
All right, Flat Blind Motorsports does it again. Shout out time.
Yeah, absolutely. I got to thank Wake Up Narcolepsy. I'm stoked to get them their second win of the season. We had nothing but bad luck in the first couple races of the year, but since we brought this black scheme, it seems like we've been getting a little bit of that luck back on our side. So grateful to put them in victory lane. Grateful for their support. I got to thank Red Bull, Exalta, Pepsi, everybody at Flatline. Everybody who makes this deal go around. Thank you guys for the wonderful broadcasts, and thanks everybody for watching.
All righty, Vincent Arthur, congratulations on your race here at Talladega, and man, I'm even excited about the second Talladega this year.
Oh yeah, hopefully we can live up to the first one.
Dude, well, it's gonna be hard to beat.
Go again?
Yes, we get to go again. Vincent Arthur,
And the playoffs
congratulations,
are
man, and we'll catch you at Dover, big dog.
Awesome, thank you guys.
Yep. All righty. That's going to do it for us and Vincent Arthur, our winner here at Talladega. Excellent race here. I know you guys, even Jay out there, is saying 11 out of 10. John's a talent. He was even appreciating us here in the booth. I know you're looking for Tyler. Tyler ended up placing in that 18th spot. But, man, I'll tell you what, sometimes with bad luck, you'd have no luck at all. Stella, any final thoughts here on this fantastic race?
This is probably the best super speedway race I've seen. The cleanliness of this racing was just superb this evening. Let's do it again.
Yeah, we've even broadcast for other leagues, and even money racing, and you kind of wish it would play out like this instead of survival of the fittest to the end. This was more over strategy. Guys figure out where they need to be, place their car in the right spot, find your teammates, work your way to the front, and this is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And this worked out exactly the way I think some of these guys expected it to be. Vincent Arthur moving up 3. Malone up a single position. Patty up 25. He's our hard charger. Logan Monteith up 2 to sit 4th. Ryan Hanneman moved up 18th to sit 5th. Now, I mean, huge moves here tonight. And I guarantee you somebody's going to go out there and throw a helping hand to Hoppy after he got kind of bumped out there. Him finishing down in the 19th spot, which is kind of a heartbreaker. He was up 29 leading it, but Stella, we ran out of real estate out there and some things happened. So here we go. Some things happened. Jesus. Alrighty. Well, that's going to do it for us here with the National Oval Racing Association. Patrick Morrison, your lead producer here with Simtrax Broadcasting. Stellar Stella as our wonderful caller on the side. And be well, be safe, be kind, man. I'll see all you guys at Dover.